fucking YouTube ass.
Oh, we need to do a mic check. Let me see. Pull this shit
You did
up.
a mic check. He's right here. Let's
do
go.
shit
It's
up.
live again. It's a Friday Night Forecast with the boys. The boys are back in town.
The boys.
Come on now. If you want to sponsor us, we like to call them cervezas because it sounds cooler than beer.
Very special episode.
And that way it
Big
sounds like
50 shit. Haffa Buck. In case y'all don't know what that is. Half a fucking buck.
Come on one more time. Haffa Buck.
Haffa.
That's 50 episodes.
Haffa.
We just dropped 50 episodes on you bitches.
It's half a buck. Half a buck.
Yes. Hell yeah, the meme. The thing is, that's an average of 2 hours right there. That's an average of 2 hours. That's 100 hours of talking. That's 100 hours of Cabo.
Easily. And then the other couple thousand we don't have released. Because this is all we do. I mean,
thanks everybody for the support we have gotten.
So, I
love every drop of it.
I think we touched on it last time, but I mean, like, again, there's something, I guess, therapeutic about just coming on here and talking, man.
Dog, I wouldn't want to be nowhere else right now.
Exactly, man.
I don't want to be nowhere else right now, but about to have a fire convo.
I remember
with my boy Steve.
Before we started this whole thing, I remember, like, we'd link up, like, you know, like we normally do. Of course, a lot less, I believe, at least I remember. But we link up, we'd be ready to smoke and just play some games and chill, you know? I'm like, of course, we'd have some conversation. But the main focus at the end of the day was to play that game. FIFA franchise, whatever you want to run.
Yeah. We were trying to get a win.
Excuse me. No pussy shit. We play on the hardest difficulty. We're working out here. But I mean, you know, just like, it just seems like nice, productive conversation. Maybe not always. You know, maybe not always. We have some of that casual shit go on down here. But this is all natural flowing conversation as comes up. I'll never ever be a point where, like, you sit here and you're just like, all right, well, let's talk about that Trump article or this or that. You know, something that's really just static.
All I'm saying is,
really static.
You can't tune in one time and go, oh, yeah, it wasn't that good. You know what I mean? And you can't tune in one time and go, it was that good. I mean, you got to tune in more than once when you're doing 2 hours of fucking talking. You can't expect for every single thing to be something you're interested in.
Yeah, and we're both sitting, of course, like, I mean, like, I would say you're a pretty good expert in fighting, but, like, we don't have, like, you go to podcasts, and it's the we're here to talk MMA podcast. We're here to talk sleep podcast. We're here to talk about nature podcast. We're here to talk about murder mysteries. That's the type of thing. All of that shit, it's 100% like scripted shit going on, you know?
Yeah.
And there's that directive there. I guess at the end of the day, we don't have that directive with that, but we have the directive just having good, nice conversation. I can't say clean, good conversation.
Well, we got the one thing that you can't buy, right? Chemistry. We've talked for thousands of hours already.
I see a lot. I mean, a lot of podcasts are run solo, you know, and they have varying.
Steve, I've known you for 15 years, bro.
Yeah. And that, bro,
my bad, but I've now known you longer than I was old when I met you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, over half your life. I mean,
I've known you for over 75% of my life almost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Huge margin. You know what I'm saying? And like we talk. I mean, I'm sure someone probably listening right now will be like, "I don't have my best friend I've known for 4 years." I'm just like, I'm sorry, but that ain't a best friend. You know, that may be the closest.
You heard him?
Your closest friend.
Y'all heard him?
And, you know, but that's another problem.
That's a good way to put it. That's your closest friend.
That's another.
You don't have to have a best friend, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Sometimes you just got your closest friend.
Exactly. But this is one thing I find that I encounter in like a day-to-day life. When I'm talking with someone new, I'm always very skeptical of where this actual friendship will be taken. Because I mean, like, for once, like, I will never know you. I may know you for 15 years from here on out, but I've known him for 30. You know, it's as simple as that. You know, I mean, like, yeah, it's still cool to know someone for 15 years, but like, I will not meet another person that I've known or will know longer than I've known you. And a bunch of my other friends as well. I mean, you know, it's just simple as that. And so, like, when I look at new friendships per se, I'm never in the idea that, okay, this could be a new friendship. I'm always just like, all right, this is another conversation, but like, it doesn't go more than that. I don't feel the need to pursue and take farther other friendships. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's just weird, but it's just like I'll never know you like my fucking boy, yo. I don't think I'll ever trust you like my dog. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like how I look at it, and it's not a good thing to look like that. But I mean, like when you've known someone for 15 fucking years, you know
I've
what
said
I'm
this.
saying?
I've said this to everyone, and this is why I was so adamant, and I'm so hurt when I do lose someone that I've known since a young age, and
Yeah,
that's
it's very
why it
true.
bothers
That's
me
very
so
true.
much. And it's almost to the point of embarrassment where I just keep going out of my way to try and involve these people, because I just understand how valuable that is. I've been telling you guys forever. I've always said it. Like, I knew at a young age that, like, listen, you could meet someone new right now that's awesome, right? That's absolutely awesome. Let's say you know them for 60 years, Steve, right? And you guys die at 80, whatever,
Yeah.
85. And me and you never are friends again after that day that you meet that person.
Right.
They could never be as close as we are because there's something about childhood. When you know somebody at childhood, bro, it's different.
100%,
It's
man.
different. Nobody will never know that. Just think about this, right? The stories where me and you go, bro, you remember Luisito party? You
Yeah.
would have to be telling someone, one time I hit this party,
Yeah.
right? That little difference right there,
Yeah,
yo.
exactly.
That's the little difference right there, bro. That's all you got to say. Bro, first time we was getting high, first time we was drinking, first time we was fucking bitches, everything,
All of it, bro.
everything that goes
The
together.
highs that comes with that type of lifestyle and the lows we've experienced
Absolutely.
that lifestyle. Whether we've hit those highs and lows, we've kind of been through those and rode through those kind of together as like a group and a unit. Whereas it made the sickness not as sick. Whether there's like if you're alone and you're like, oh, we got bluffed out this party. I was trying to hit this party, but we were bluffed out this party. Well, it's fuck it.
I still got 5 of my boys.
We have a 3-on-3 game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we got drinks still. We got our smoke. Let's go ball on the
Take
court.
this shit to the
you know
court.
What I'm saying? Like that's one thing I miss is when we would just link up, ball to like 1 a.m, just be drinking, smoking on that court, chilling. Y'all ready to run another one? Let's get it. Shoot up for teams, and we just ball all night,
So
bro.
everyone, my childhood friends that are still present day, I include like you, Neb, Jeff, Kurt, Foley. And from there, I would be saying like people that I knew.
Yeah,
I feel like, So to all of those people, I miss you. And even if I never talk to those people again, I would still think about you when I'm 60.
Right.
I'll still think about the memories that we got, man. And I cherish shit like that, bro. I don't want to lose that, bro.
Yeah.
To the point of like, I am the most prideful person I know. I would swallow my pride to redeem any friendship that might have been lost between any of the names I just named, just because of how much love I got for you guys. I would swallow my pride. I don't swallow my pride at all.
And it's just those things like, yeah, you could have had that same standing 10-year relationship with someone else, but it's the experience that you've garnered with this person over that 10-year experience. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew this one kid. We've known him for 10 years, but I didn't hit that party with Kurt. I didn't hit that party with what's his name. I hit it with Kurt. I didn't hit that party with him. I hit it with him. I didn't smoke weed my first time with Yo. I smoked weed my first time with you. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing, right? I knew you when you were dumb.
Yeah.
I knew you when you were dumb.
Yeah.
That's the best time to know someone.
Yeah, exactly.
Now that we're smart, it's like it's hard to even get a read on an adult that's smart because he's not going to sit there and go dumb. You know what I mean? We're like, for us, we didn't even need alcohol. When I met you, we didn't need alcohol to go do dumb shit. We could just go do some dumb shit.
We were just doing it.
Remember when we were first going to like the truck stop? We weren't bringing no weed there first.
I remember one day y'all knock on my door. It's you and Nabby. And you're like, look, we're going to go ride bikes. First, I don't got a bike. Well, first thing we got to do is steal another bike because we didn't have bikes either.
Right away.
And so we're going to go steal you a bike. It's just like, all right, let's go. It's just like that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've known someone else for a long time, but he didn't knock on my door and we didn't go steal bikes that day. I've known someone, but I don't consider them a friend nowadays. You know what I'm saying? But I've known someone longer than I've known you. We didn't steal those bikes. We didn't smoke that weed. We didn't do this. We didn't do that. Yeah, we played a little bit about together. That's here under there, you know. He has that plus above you right now. So just so you're saying, you got to play some, get some wild. But no, it's just like shit like that, you know. Just
Ain't nobody gonna have that record in my boy's book.
yeah, and again,
Becomes professional at WoW.
we've seen each other at our worst. I've seen you at that one New Year's church party. You're pretty fucked up. You've seen me when you're at Luisito's party. I was pretty fucked up. And
But,
I'm sure we
but
can go on.
that's nothing to me.
Yeah.
That's not even. I think you were going down a good road, but that's not even a good example of me. I see what you were saying, but
The
for
the
me,
bads, you know, that's what I'm saying.
but I'm 100%. But let's go past that, right? Go past. We got drunk, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like anything, man. I seen you when you got bullied.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that middle school. Yeah, middle school.
Bitch, I seen you when you got bullied.
Yeah.
Who's gonna say that?
Yeah,
Who's gonna say that?
That's very true. That's very true, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Let me go back. Like I'm trying to think. You know, like it's just it's so hard to put in the words the real appreciation you have for people in your life, and especially because a lot of the time people are so temporary, whether it be a family passing away or someone moving away, or just it falling off, or even ever passing that 1 year stage or 6 month stage. It's the fact that we've prolonged and have known each other and have kept consistently hanging out for a long period of time as we've had.
And now we're so similar, right?
Yeah.
Because like the thing is for me, like when I meet people, I'm so judgmental now because I'm just like, my boys would have got that. You know what I mean? Like I'm like that now. I'm just like, my boys would have been geeking. I can tell you that y'all didn't get it, but my boys would have been dying. It's like, oh, you guys would spit some freestyles. It's like, no. It's like, it's my boys would have spit some freestyle.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so like I'm so judgmental. Like usually, like I can find even cool people. You know, I threw that party the other week because I just wanted to get as many people that I didn't speak to together in front of me.
Right.
And I talked to a lot of people, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, you see some people where you're like, okay, I could see you once or twice, but I mean, you ain't got it like that. You ain't never gonna get it like that,
Yeah.
I haven't met another person where I'm like, well, I have. I can't lie, but I've still known them for a while.
Yeah. That and like when you come to things, when you look at things as an adult, I mean, like of course look at them way more objectively than what you did as a kid. As a kid, I mean, we all consistently we would all play tag with each other in recess. We had the same classes together. Let's say we meet that first year, and our paths never cross again in that school ever again. We have different recess periods, different classes. It would be kind of hard to keep up.
I talked about this for you before, right?
Yeah.
But it's how crazy life is, right?
Yeah.
The only reason I know you is because I lived on El Reno Street.
Yeah.
That's literally the only reason I ever met you.
Yeah.
Or probably any of the people I just named,
John
bro.
Brewer, exactly, yeah.
I moved to Joseph Lee.
Yeah.
I went to John Brewer 3rd grade. I could have lived on any block in Joseph Lee, and I wouldn't have met David Cashin, who introduced me to Nebby, who introduced me to you.
Yeah.
I would, you know what I mean? That's the only reason I drove with David. We lived right across the street from each other.
Right.
Let's say I was even on the other side of El Reno where Nebby lives at and shit. Now, where he used to live at,
Yeah.
If I lived on that side, I still would have never seen David. It's just the fact that I was right across from him.
That's one thing I thought was always sucked was like, you guys lived in the same neighborhood. You were my school friends pretty much. And I had friends around the neighborhood.
Right.
Like middle school. I had like when we pretty much departed our ways in middle school. And I didn't go to your house that weekend or, whatever we ended up linking, I was hanging out with like my neighborhood friends. It was just like a different group, just like those are my friends. And I come to school I have my school friends. It was kind of that ordeal until like middle school when we could. I was a little older. I could eventually.
It was about fifth. It was about fifth. We started playing football out front of John Brewer.
That's very true. That's very true. Yeah, and then it carried on heavier in
that's
middle
how we
school
met a lot of people.
In middle school, yeah, exactly.
But I know that same feeling. And originally, I was around people. You know what I mean? But there was a point I remember. It would have been 9th grade, basically. When everybody's grown up and everybody's chilling. Yeah. I moved the farthest I ever did, which was to St. Helena.
Yeah.
So it's like now I'm all the way down here. I got to catch a bus to get up to that area.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly,
like
man.
even when I live in the Heights, it's like, all right, I can walk to Greektown.
You still keep it all the time.
Yeah, I can walk. That's like a 15-minute walk. Or I can get dropped off easily. But like when I lived in St. Helena, it's like
Way
This is
far,
another
bro.
10, 20 minutes on
Yeah,
there.
way far.
So I know the same feeling of being like, damn, man, trying to get up there. You know what I mean? Trying to go chill with everybody
Shit,
tonight.
it's funny because I remember like Mike G. I remember I met Jeff O'Connor through him because I remember when we got into middle school, Mike G lived in Joseph Lee, and I remember it was just like, all right, let's hang out the weekend. We'll go on the rec. You know, in the summertime, we'll go on the rec and shit. And I remember he brought Jeff down from Joseph Lee, to come to the rec with. I remember, and we were like 12, bro. This is like early, like
crazy.
maybe further than that. Just like I think you guys might have already known him because
I did it.
No,
I did. I don't know when that exactly was, but but I'd imagine it's before because the time that I met him first, you were with me. So it had to be before in my mind, right? Because the first time I met him, I remember we all started playing that football in front of John Rura. And then you were telling me, I believe, you're the one that actually got Jeff down there, I think.
I don't think Jeff John Rura days?
Yeah, bro. That's where I met Jeff at, was playing football out front of John Rura. Because I remember specifically, I remember everybody kept telling me, like, we got somebody to stick you. We got somebody to stick you. Yeah, he's really good. He's really good. We got somebody to stick you. And then Jeff eventually came down and started playing football with us.
I don't remember time frame.
Bro, I 100% remember that part, right? That's 100% fact. That's 100% fact because me and Jeff, right, we got cool once I moved to Eastwood. Because then we were still playing football.
Yeah.
I was still coming down, or we come chill down there, and then me and Jeff would walk home together.
I remember, like, a big reason I met Jeff was because I remember Nebby would go to Mike G's house, and then Mike G kind of connected Nebby into that kind of Eastwood crowd. And then
maybe it was Nebby that hyped them then.
Would go to them. Nebby, I remember Nebby would talk about, like, I remember he knew Jeff, he knew Tom, and he even knew, like, Mark Tom and Mark Gordy, whatever, Mike Q and all that. I remember even Keesey went to our middle school. Gordy, Keesey went to our middle school.
Yeah, they were just ahead of us. Yeah,
they were there for a year. I remember that. I remember Q middle school. That was weird.
It's funny when you meet people, and it's like that moment where you're trying to figure out who's cool. You're like, are you cool? And I remember when me and Jeff both realized we were cool. Like we walked home one time from Greektown to Eastwood, and we like kind of just talked, but didn't really talk. Then I remember the second time we walked it, like we're walking, and I'm just like, I make up like this scenario about like, man, I'd do anything for a ride right now. We just go down a scenario and he joins in, and then for the whole time we're just talking about this scenario and shit. And the next thing you know, we're just like, oh yeah, you live right there. Okay, well, I live right here.
So I want to say when it really finalized, when me and Jeff really got cool and close, was that period of time where like we would just run like Black Ops Zombies all fucking.
That'll get you tight.
Day, me, Tyler. Like you switched in sometimes. This might have been a time where you were off Xbox for a little while. There's a period where you weren't. Chuck Norris Junior 18 was still like my friend, and it was just like offline forever.
Yeah.
And I remember like we literally play. This was like the summertime where we play all day, and then we'd be like, hey, you guys want to smoke? It'd be like 9 o'clock at night, and Jeff and I would be like, we're on our way. I'm just like, I'm bringing snacks. So you remember?
Yeah, it was talking about.
Yeah, and then I remember he'd come down pretty much every day, walk to fucking Greektown from Joseph Lee.
And it's like, so I have this curriculum, that I expect from someone that I'm going to consider my friend now.
Yeah.
And nowadays, I literally sacrifice curriculum, bro. I sacrifice curriculum because I'm just like, you're a cool person.
Yeah.
I shouldn't judge you based off of, I want this. You're still a pretty cool person.
I hate to stop this, but I remember like there was one other person I met as pretty much an adult that was like, I could be really fucking cool with this kid. It's when I was working at Ross Sushi. I want to say it was like 3-4 years ago now. I picked up that as a second job on the weekends just to make some extra cash. And I remember I met him. He was the other busser who was like one of the favorite bussers. It was me and him pretty much. We were the favorite bussers there. And I mean, like, that kind of tells you he's a worker. And he worked hard. I remember he'd just be like, it's like, I just work hard. It's what I do. I'm like, yeah, I do the same shit. I remember we'd always just like talk about that. And we got really cool because we were always on pretty much Friday, Saturday nights together because we were the best busters. So we got real close. We talked. I remember it was to the point where it was like, like we'd be smoking after work every night and shit. 1 o'clock at night after we get off, just like blowing it down at his crib and shit. Just really chilling there and just really just talking, just like back and forth type of shit. Where you're just like, once I quit that job, it eventually fell off. It was like that was the one other time where I was like, This dude's really fucking cool. Good set of morals, good head on the shoulder. Smart kid, knew what he had to do. I remember while I was at Raw, he got his first car and shit, bought it himself. And I
He
knew
had the thing. He had the traits.
Exactly.
Right.
I knew this other kid. I remember he was
Same
like,
thing.
my granddad just bought me a Camaro. It's my first car. And I got this kid right here. He's like, I done saved up all my tips from working at Raw
Dog.
and bought this 99 Accord.
I do the same
know?
thing where like you have these traits where you go like, do you check this box? Like I was saying,
Yeah.
like curriculum, right? You're
Yeah.
like, do you check this box? Do you check this box? The thing is, there's people that I know who I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, me and you would be really good friends, yo. And it's crazy in my mind because I don't say that. I never say that. But there's
Right.
like a couple people I know where I'm like, bro, you don't understand. Like if we were friends, this would be really a mutual positive for us. Like I
Right,
can
right.
tell. And like I try to go out of my way to be friends with these people, which I
Yeah.
never do, yo. And they don't, they don't realize it. And it's just
Yeah.
like, I can't sit here and what? I'm gonna beg you to be my friend,
Exactly.
It's like,
man.
and out of like, let's say there's 100 people, like I think like there's like 3 people that I try and reach like that.
Yeah.
I try and go out of my way to be like, hey, what's up? What you doing? What you doing? Like go out of that way that I don't see.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And it's like it never works out. I'm like, man, why don't they see what I see? I'm like, do I not got the juice? And do you think I'm not worthy?
So like, for me, there's only been like what one sign that tells me something is like when I'm hitting you up the show because I'm like, bro, I need to talk to my dude. I just need to get some shit through with this guy. We need to chill, smoke up, and just talk, bro. There's only been a handful of people where I would hit them up. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jeff was one of them where I was like, I hit Jeff like, yo, what you doing, man? Like, I remember we'd link up sometimes like 8, 9 in the morning, like on the weekends and shit. I'll just be up, just see him online. What's up, man? Trying to blow a blunt? Freestyle? Like, he was one of the dudes where like I freestyled the most with Jeff. That is like it's like I mean like that's what we'd link up, smoke a blunt in his back green room. I remember we would freestyle pretty much the whole. I remember he probably has like literally hundreds of recordings of we're just like it's me and him freeing in the basement. It's like 2 in the morning, 7 in the morning, whatever. I hit you up. I remember like when we started really talking and getting close, like close and chilling a lot more again.
Well, like when you're younger, you just hit people up. You're like, let's link up, and then you just end up talking about shit.
See, I remember I didn't hit people up when I was like younger like that. I remember hitting Abby up a lot, but
what I'm saying is you might hit you hit somebody up.
Yeah.
Regard, you know what I mean? You hit somebody up and you're like, let's link up. And then when you link up, then you talk about some shit, right?
Right.
But like I know as an adult, it's weird saying that, but like as a real adult, since we've been real adults, we've both hit each other like, yo, I just got some shit, to say. I got some shit to say, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's weird because it's like that's kind of seen as like a girl type of thing. Would you agree with that? Like it's kind of seen like, oh, I'm gonna talk to my girlfriend and like get this weight off of my shoulders. I think that's like rare within men.
No.
To have like a boy where you can go like, and him really give you feedback too. Not just a boy you can say some shit to and him be like, yeah, you should break up with that bitch, or something like that. Like some real shit where it'd be like, yo, well, did you, were you, trying to figure out like, were you wrong? Giving you real criticism,
exactly, man.
really analyzing what it was.
That's what I was saying. Whereas like, like I remember like, I want to say within like the past 2 years or so, 2-3 years. Yeah, I've known you for a while now, but for the past like 2 or 3 years, where it's like be like, bro, I gotta talk to Mike about some shit, bro. I gotta bounce some shit off this guy, because like, you're one of those dudes, that's what I'm saying. I've only done that with a few.
Because
people, exactly.
if you're talking some shit, right? You're talking some bad shit to someone, some negative shit, and they just agree with what you're saying, that's not a friend. Like when you come to a friend with some negative shit, that friend's job, objective should be, how can I get this person back to thinking some positive? How can I get this person back to a positive? And when you go to somebody and you're just like, yo, man, my girl, she didn't fucking cook dinner last night and she telling me I got to take the trash out every day. And she's just like, yeah, yo, you shouldn't take the trash out. She should take the trash out. You know what I mean? Or you're like, yo, I was driving drunk the other day. The cops pulled me over. I got DUI. I wasn't even that drunk. I'm telling you. And you just, yeah, yo, them breathalyzers be fake sometimes. You know what I mean? Like,
you, boy.
That ain't your friend, yo. That ain't your friend, man.
People confuse that. I guess that like positive tone, that agreement. Because I mean, like when someone brings some shit like that, dude, you're just like, yeah, dog, that's fucked up, man. It's like you're just reinforcing some wrong shit, or either that, or you're literally you don't want to tell him that he's wrong. I mean, that's what a lot of people do. They're afraid to tell someone that they're wrong or tell them something about their ways because of their reaction.
The thing is,
but if I tell you some shit about yourself, and I mean, you have the nerve to just be like, fuck you, bro. It's just like, then I'm glad we've come to this, point, because I don't think you're someone, if you can't, if you're my friend, you don't think like I could help you with that, like I could give you something objectively without like just straight up objective, just like if I give you something, I tell you something about yourself that I'm like being spiteful or hating in a way or just being an asshole. Like, then I don't think we need to continue this friendship. You know what I'm saying? It's like we obviously just don't have that in each other to where I can.
What are you even telling me
expect
this
you to
for?
give me something good. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, well, then, peace out, dude.
Do you want me just to agree?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Do you want me just to agree?
Yeah, exactly, man.
I can sit here and hype you up. And the thing is, like, that's the weird thing about it is because, like, for me, like, let's say it's a stranger, right, that I just met. And I'm just like, this person ain't in the right, but it ain't nothing too bad. You're just like,
Right,
whatever
right.
you want to believe, dude. Yeah. He should give you another drink. You ain't that drunk. Whatever.
Right.
But when it's my friend, I feel comfortable doing that. I feel comfortable like, yo, I don't know, bro. I feel like, she probably was looking at it like this. Or, you shouldn't have did that to him. That was petty of you. Like I feel more comfortable saying that to my friends. Where I feel like people feel less comfortable saying that to their friends.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose my friend.
Yeah. And I remember that was one thing that like I immediately noticed about that kid Tristan. I remember like I was talking about something and he was just like, I was really expecting to be on my side with something, because the way I, just the way he put it, and he was just like, "No, dog, I don't think I was ready, bro."
Where's
like,
Tristan at, bro? Tristan, come on the show, bro.
Yeah,
I want to talk to Tristan.
Well, last time I talked to him, he was just like, look, he's like, look, really, yo, I'm just about to get real jacked in the gym and I'm going to Marines. It's like we always tell him, man. It was just like, it's just kind of what I always wanted to do. And I remember like he was already like a pretty like he was a fit dude. He wasn't jacked, but like he was a strong kid. Just like I want to say he was like kind of like he was shorter than you, but he was built like you, and like he would lift some weights, and they were just like strong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just like and that was his thing. Last time I talked to him, he was like, yeah, we're Marine, bro. And I want to say it's been 4 years. So I mean, it's like, if he did do that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny because like I would like ride by like his old house and just be like, "Where you at, bro?" It's like,
that's so funny.
Yeah, it's like, "Where you at, bro, man?"
I'm glad you met someone like that, man, because that's cool. Like, because like I mean, I'm not trying to offend anyone that hears this, but like for me, like I haven't found anyone where I'm just like recently, like all the people that I'm talking about, like those 3 people that I try and hit every once in a while. Those are still people from back in the day. You know what I mean? They're just people I like.
When I think about it, bro. He was kind of like a split image of you. Like, I remember like when we would be at work, he was just like, I know I don't get paid enough, and I know they just this, that, but he's just like, I just can't not work hard.
I want to meet Tristan, dude.
He's a great dude, man. He's a great dude. I'm about to find him on Facebook or some shit when they just hit him up.
So I've just never like I always find like I'll still find the good in people. Like there's a lot of people that people tell me like, oh, I don't fuck with him. I can't stand him, and I'll still be like, I don't know, man. He's not that bad to me. Doesn't mean he's like on that level where like I want to go over his house and chill every day, or something like that.
Yeah. So, you go ahead. My bad. I know you're about to continue.
No, go ahead.
The one thing I was gonna say is that like another thing is just like I don't think I can say this enough, and I think most people have a pretty good grasp of things like this, but just like when you have that off gut feeling about someone, you're generally right. There's something in you telling you that this is not a good person.
If you're a good person.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Like especially like let's not lie to ourselves. Like if you know that you're generally a good person, like I think people know that they're pieces of shit. And just like I'm a great person. Whatever.
That's how like for me. Like I feel like people are always like, oh, you're cocky. You're cocky. It's like for me, I've never thought I was cocky. I just feel like I'm a good person.
You be talking that shit on that court, dog. We get sinners like, boy, shut the fuck up, boy.
I mean, on the court. We're on that court. Yeah, we're on some different shit. It's funny how I'm literally on the court sometimes. I'm like, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. I'm just like, let's go. I just can't help it, bro.
It's like,
You know what,
do
though?
you mean 7-6? Fuck you, bro. We up one.
You know
Like,
the funniest thing about that? It's made me more friends than it lost me.
Oh, 100%, bro. 100%.
People love it,
Yeah,
right? Real
exactly.
people, the people that I really fuck with on the court,
Yeah.
they like that.
Yeah, 100%,
you know what I mean?
exactly, man. But I mean, like, you know, it's like when we play like we do, like in the fast show, we do a lot of times. It's like, you know, we end up on different teams. He says, like, you know, he's over there on the other team talking that shit. Fuck this guy, bro.
I love it. There's nothing more that I love when you play some ball. I love being on defense. I'm just like, tell me with the ball.
Yeah.
Tell me with the ball. He went. I like when I be down Boston, man. Every time I'm in down Boston, I be saying that. I'm like, he wants it. He wants it right here. Game point right here. He wants it. You know what I mean?
You gotta put him on ice.
And it really makes him nobody.
Yeah,
Want.
put him
It
on
makes
ice.
the guy with the ball not want to pass it to him because
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
like, it's too.
Well,
Yeah.
listen to him now. I'm not listening to him. I'm gonna do what he doesn't want me to
Exactly.
do. You know?
Even if I
I'm
could
actually
shit it on, it
passing
was
over
fine.
here.
You know what I mean?
Pass over here, you know, it's just like, yeah, that's really I want to tackle on the winter. I want to get my balling skills back up.
Yeah, for
I just
sure.
want to ball, bro.
I didn't say that people think like you can't talk shit and like lose at something.
Oh yeah,
Like
bro,
just
yeah.
because you talk shit don't mean you're gonna go 100-0 at things.
Bro,
It's just fun to be like, you better bring it, bitch.
And to be honest, you know, it my games, you know, like literally like that, like people you get in people's heads, you know,
Yeah.
as simple as that, you know what I'm saying? And that's, I mean, it's a factor of the game, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. I never ever bashed anybody for trash talking, especially when after the game, it's always just like good game, dog, you know, good, you know, shit
Always.
like that.
That's what I've
And
never
then
been. I've
I've
been
met, I
opposite.
bought with people down merit. It was like, see, told y'all the team was some shit, you know, just be like, yeah, it's like, then it feels great for you to turn around and lose and watch
Yeah.
someone like that lose and just like talk that shit now, you know. Of course, you know, it's different when you have sportsmanship at the end of the game, you know. It's
I just
hey,
feel like
good
it's
game,
weird
you
how
know?
much somebody would judge you, you know? Because like for me, like even on balling, you could be on the other team, but you make a 3 in my face, good shot, dog.
Yeah.
I'm always like that. I'm
Yeah,
always like that,
always
bro.
do
But
shit
I'm
that,
still
man.
gonna talk that shit for my team.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still let's go team. They ain't got shit. They're tired. You know what I mean? I'm still coming
Yeah.
right back with that. But I'm
Well,
gonna get if you get me, you get me. I'm a dad. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you credit.
Yeah, it's like when I played a lot more and I played a lot better, I was more vocal on the court, and like now I feel like I don't have like a good touch. I'm just like really can't say much.
You sat out a whole summer.
I really
You sat out a
slanged
whole
that bitch
summer.
out, you know. I really slanged that bitch out off that backboard. It didn't even hit rim on that hook.
I'll be ready.
You
I'll be
know?
ready next
You know what I'm
spring.
saying?
Next spring, we're coming back strong, bro. Hooping
But
season.
yeah, I mean, like it's basketball is definitely one of my favorite sports to play. 100%. It's one of my favorite sports to compete in. It's fun. It's fast paced.
What sport do you think you're like that you never played?
I like that. I never played. I never played soccer. I know I like soccer.
You never played soccer?
I mean, I played soccer, but like not like I've played basketball.
You never.
You know, I can't say I've even participated in a total of 3 matches of soccer. You know,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So like, how much have I played soccer?
I got a little soccer on in me. You
You
know?
know?
Well, I signed up for the thing when we was
Yeah,
older.
exactly.
When we
No,
was older.
I
now,
would,
yeah.
I would enjoy playing soccer. You know, I would
I like that one.
I'd probably also enjoy rugby, just like football. Pretty much. You know,
Oh,
football's similar.
That was gonna be
I
mine,
would
bro.
enjoy, you know,
I always love rugby because it's just faster.
that it's a lot of running the ball. You know? That's
Yeah.
what I like. You know, and like it's
Seems fun.
fun for me on the because it'd be like all right, we need our fastest guy on the outside. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be like, can you run this? You know, we're going out there, we're taking blocks, we're flinging. You got to cut around them fast, bro. You got it. It's like you on the outside. You know
I
what I'm
just
saying?
always like picture like getting 100 tackles. Like, yeah, I remember being like a kid, and I would always be like, I take the most
Oh, here's one
tackles.
for you. I think I would love playing fucking water polo.
I don't know exactly
Water
how
polo.
you play it.
Well, I mean, it's that one where like you have like the wall, like you're
I know,
swimming, you have
yeah.
the ball there, and you can throw it into the back of the net that they're guarding. It's pretty much like water hand soccer. That's the best way I can kind of think of it.
Huh.
It'd be fucking awesome. You got
Yeah.
people dying. And
You know what I like
swimming hard as
secretly?
fuck.
Volleyball.
Volleyball's fun as shit, bro.
Yeah.
I would love to spike that, you know. But
One I think I would love that I've never played. I think I would love golf, yo, on the low.
bro, I've
Cause
played.
you get what because it's like it's just you.
I've messed around on a golf course, never took it seriously. I would have fun. I would have a lot of
But
fun.
it is
golf,
really
bro.
slow, so that might kill me.
I would have fun just because it's like it's just something about golf where it's like you're competing, but it's also like
It's you versus you.
it's a gentleman's sport. Yeah.
It's you versus you. That's like the one sport where it's you versus you. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter what anybody else does. If you go out there and you shoot up, every single time good, you win.
Yeah.
It's you versus you. If you got no one else is trying to do nothing. You got take a shot.
You gotta make a shot.
Take a
Yeah.
shot. Make your shot. Simple
Yeah.
as that.
Yeah. It'd be plenty of fun.
They get big money too, bitches.
I mean, I win tournaments, you know.
You imagine you take
Just
punches
gets
to the
it in.
face and you made less money than a dude that hit golf balls.
He's like, I should have played golf. So,
That was what's surprising about Kyler Murray, that
Yeah.
Cardinals QB. Bro, I found out some shit today about baseball, bro. In baseball, yo.
Yeah, you got some shit coming in.
In baseball, if you reach the major leagues, right? If you reach the major leagues for one day, free benefits for your life.
Yeah, benefits for life.
Free benefits for life. If you're in there for 10 years of service,
Service.
10 that's what it is.
Yeah,
10 years of service in the
service,
MLB, you get a pension.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool,
Even
man.
if you're not a great
That's
player or nothing.
cool. You know, that's really awesome. You know, like I didn't know that. You gotta give MLB its props on that one, man. That's really fucking cool. You know.
Meanwhile, Murray went to go take them hits.
And he arguably could have made easy money in the MLB. You know.
Well, he made more money up front in the NFL
Exactly.
because he was the first pick.
Exactly.
But
man.
if he went out there and balled for 5 years, he would have got paid.
Exactly, easy, bro.
Something stupid.
You know, you're like maybe he's not even on the field. You're still getting paid stupid money, and you're not taking hits. You know, you're not taking hits. You're not getting beat the fuck up.
QB.
Who I think among most athletes, like the average baseball player, played some 16 or 15 some seasons, something like that.
I'm sure it's way higher than an NFL player.
You know, NFL players might be around 8 or 9, if that.
It's wild to feel like it sucks to it. It's
Actually,
like
I think it's like 5.
think about if you want
5
to
seasons average.
if
or
you
4,
want to
something
reach
low.
that
Not
level,
low.
you have to sacrifice your whole life for it. You don't
all the sports.
you don't go to
Yeah.
Luisito's party. You're at home throwing balls in the backyard.
I mean, yeah, you're right. You know, I mean, I think that you sneaked out. You don't do them like we did. You may go to 1 or 2. You know,
Bros, I think they're going pretty hard, yo. A lot of hours of training.
bro.
A lot of hours of their life.
You know, it's funny as shit. It's like I want to bring this up just because while we're on the topic of like basketball or like athletes and shit. There was a dude on Reddit, bro. He put together this 4 seasons of James Harden's data, and pretty much he made the correlation that James, because it's from what I understand, it's well known that James Harden like strip clubs. Have you heard that?
No, but
From what I understand, that's his thing. So they found especially after his like really bad performance in Miami, this dude went back and looked, and he found that James Harden statistically plays worse in NBA cities that have highly rated strip clubs. Because he just be going out to these good ass strip clubs like Miami, good ass strip clubs. Average like 4.5 rating or some stupid shit. Played horrible. Just like
I'll keep that in mind.
I just thought it was a funny ass, just like because he went hard. It made sense. He put shit together. The numbers back it up.
I like when Harden said today, though. He said, "You ain't never heard of me taking off for no load management."
Yeah, right.
That's true shit.
Yeah,
I'd give him that.
Yeah, and he literally said like, what's load management like?
And he's like,
I do my
probably,
best to go in and
he's
out
probably
of
the
it.
highest usage rate in the NBA.
Interesting.
I would. It's got to be up there.
Average playtime, full game.
No, usage rate is like who got the ball the most.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
See, I don't know about. I can't break down.
So it's probably like him, Giannis, people like that. Might not be him with Westbrook there anymore, but he's probably still dominating the ball.
I imagine so. It's hard to see.
He had it when CP3 was there.
Yeah, exactly.
So, probably still.
Yeah, so it's just like wow, like that's the thing, bro. I don't understand because I don't like Harden, man.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Don't like Harden, bro. Yeah, a lot of people like him. A lot of people fuck with him. I don't.
People like that type of shit, I mean, they like the flashy play,
I mean, I don't think he's really like too flashy. I mean, like.
No, what I'm saying is like he plays no D, right? And then he comes down and he splashes a 3.
And
you're just like,
he's a high scorer. He is a high scorer.
He hit a 3. It's like,
but
he don't pass.
Man,
Well, he does pass. I can't knock him down, but he don't play D.
Yeah. And he's always had a deadly Euro stat.
That's his only knock. His only knock is he don't play D.
Yeah, 100%.
And he can. I've seen him play good D.
But like,
maybe he's just tired from all that usage.
Yeah, if you have the ball most of the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe just like, look, I got the ball on offense most of the time. I can't get back on D2. Y'all gotta get back. I got the ball.
You know what I've seen today? You know, Elon got approved for that. He got approved, right, for 12,000 of those satellites to
Starlink
go into
satellites.
space, right? Well, now he's got approved for like another 30,000 because they got to go farther out.
Please.
So now it's like
Yes.
55,000 satellites that are going to be rotating around the world.
Yes.
And apparently, internet's going to be like instant.
Yes, bro.
Doesn't it sound crazy, though?
Fuck Comcast. Fuck Verizon.
Bro, we have like a force field of
Fuck
like
all the people, bro.
satellites.
Like there's always been a thing with this. It's just like I don't understand how we have things where we're like we can't have
I don't want to rant.
monopolies, you know. But here we are. You have Verizon and you have fucking Comcast. Like those are the only. And if you're unlucky like me and you live in the city where they don't even have Verizon left, you're only left with Comcast. So you have one company that kind of like controls and fucks you because they know how much control over that they have over you because you want your internet and you want your TV, you want your Game of Thrones, you want Netflix streaming, you want that Hulu shit, you want it all. And we have these two big ass monopolies. Like I don't understand like how we've come to a point where these two companies control all the internet in what like 80% of the entire fucking country. And then they're sitting there, they're like, "Oh yeah, your fucking contract got all renews," and you end up like everyone has a story with Comcast where they're like, "Why am I paying for this shit that I had no idea I was paying for when I was paying this? Why am I being billed like?" You see the same shit with Verizon. Why am I being billed for some shit that I don't even never agreed to? So you see, like they have blatant abuse going on with like companies like this because they know that they're the only options in the area.
I told you that report I read where it said on average, this is a report that came out this year, on average, $36 was added to original bills throughout cable companies.
See, like, what the fuck is that? What is that? You're like, are you like seriously like?
That's why, like for me, like I usually always cancel and I just re-sign a contract. Because if not, then once that contract's up, bro, that shit usually is jacked up like $50.
Yeah, I'm actually about to do that come up because my 2-year ends in February, so I'm really about to go. Like, I'm done. I'm good.
Yeah.
And everybody sign up. Whatever
Yeah.
for whatever. But like, it's just it.
What you got to sell it right when you cancel. You're just probably yeah, I gotta cancel. It's like the deals really aren't that good, or something.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
It's
like I was literally
I want to look around.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're offer something.
Yeah,
that's how I always am. Like they're like, oh, it's just gonna be $25 so that we don't gotta do a background check, and then we can send it out to you. And I'm just like, do a background check.
Yeah.
And then there's like, I don't know if it says, I don't know if you want to do that. You can just pay this. If you want to go through it. And then every time you just hold their bluff, you're like, all right, well, I'm not gonna get it then. I'm good then. If I gotta pay $25, I just ain't gonna get it. It's like, what do you know? You just passed the background check. Your credit score came through. You actually get it for no charge. And next thing you know, you get it.
Exactly.
They try to get every dollar they can.
Yeah, 100%. It's just like, especially because like the whole thing is you lock in that 2-year. That's what you pay for 2 years. Once that shit's up, everything it's always built in. They auto renew. People don't understand that when they sign up for this shit. When you sign on that contract for that 2-year period, there's auto renewal in there. They don't need your consent to auto renew because you just consented for the auto renew.
Yeah.
And then once you get auto renewed into another 2-year, you're like, I didn't want that. You're charging me way too much. So I want to leave. Oh, well, that's a cancellation fee.
$350.
Exactly. You got buyout. Actually, you sign on to buy out 30% of your total bill after those 2 years. So like you got to pay 30% of that right now.
I love that when you get a new modem, there's like, oh, it's gonna be $40 if you want somebody to come there and hook it up. It's like, hook up what?
Exactly.
3 wires?
Exactly.
I'm gonna pay somebody $40 to come hook up 3 wires?
Easy. And like
once the cable is ran,
and you literally exactly, and then you hook it up, you're just like, hacker man.
Save myself $40.
And you just put some cables together. You're just like computer wizard. That's how I always felt. I remember like when I learned how to do it the first time, and I would always do it at my house like at 13 or 15, which is like Steve's a computer guy. Just like, I am.
You would reset the Wi-Fi and
I
it
am,
worked.
exactly. You
I
know,
was
just like hacker man.
I've got my talents.
I'm a computer wizard. I'll hack into your bank account and take all your shit. Just after you do that, you're just like, yeah, that's who I am. That's what I do. Computer whiz kid.
Doesn't that always seem kind of dirty? That seems like such a
What?
dirty style of theft. At least when you're out there breaking into people's sheds, like you're doing it with manpower. When you're like robbing somebody like through their account, you know what I mean? It's like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean,
You're just
like,
taking from
So
anybody.
I mean, like some shit like that has gone down. You know, like
Tons of shit like
I think
that.
like I think it was either Taiwan or the Philippines or someone hacker stole money from their government account. It was like $14 million or some stupid shit. Government funds that he took.
Awesome.
Exactly. It's like holy
Hire
shit.
them, government.
Holy
It's like,
shit.
look, you can keep the 14 mil, work for us.
For life.
For life.
Fuck the USA. Like that's exactly what they're telling them. Just like,
Hack
look,
the USA.
exactly, man.
It's like, can you hack the USA? It's just like,
Yeah. So I mean, like, that's where like
they always make hacking look cool in movies. It looks cool to me. It's just like, oh no, I'm bypassing a second level. They both. Wow, I did not expect a third level key security. I'm gonna have to actually run this backwards. We're gonna have to reprogram the program. It's like going ham.
He opens the bag up like he has like a car with like a ribbon cord coming out, hooked up to like a blinking, beeping device, and just like and goes all green and just like, all right, firewall's down.
I love it.
It's like, and it's like, oh, and then there's always someone behind him that doesn't know what they're doing. It's like, oh, already, he's just like, you know, it's like, what do you think I? It's like, always
what you hired me for?
Always wears glasses, you know, just like.
I remember when Hugh Jackman was I think it was good.
Man?
Yeah, it was Hacker Man, bro. It's just like, what the fuck? That actually just seems really cool. I would definitely try to hack some shit if I knew how to.
That was one like I remember like so when I was younger, I would go into like those boards like.
How many people are just hacking for nudes?
People would vote.
That's the thing.
That's what I was getting like when I was like 15, 16, would go on like those image boards like Reddit and like 4chan. Yeah, and there are hackers on there, and you can find the sources and be able to learn that shit that like people put out there on those particular things. You know, it's just a huge underground thing for us people just to like all right, I'm trying to learn how to hack. You're hacking, just like we're gonna exchange information because the more hackers, the better. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like one of my original like goals when I would do shit like that. Of course, I would just go and just like get lost in all like the memes and different shit. But yeah, like there's people who do crazy shit out there, whether it be the people who do ransomware or whether the people who hack nudes or the people who try and steal money from governments or the people who are just trying to steal social security numbers to sell on the dark web. Just whatever, just like people do crazy fucking shit on this internet shit, bro. Like, it's all just programming. That's all it is, man. It just comes out of the.
And the more shit that we rely on technology, like the more shit that can be hacked.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what happened with a lot of people's iPhones when like the celebrity nudes were leaking left and right. Like that shit goes into the Apple Cloud that they have assigned to their phone.
Oh, and then they hack
and then they're able to just like because it's
what they guess the password.
What a cloud means is that it's stored at an off-site server, and you can just access it and get it sent, pretty much in your phone at all times because of that connection to the cell phone tower. You have connection to that server at all times. So I'm saying
when they hack that, they're just guessing a password, right?
Well, I mean, a lot of it's usually breaking encryption. There's typically backdoors or loopholes in I shouldn't say loopholes in the system or programming of the security. There's holes, there's uncovered shit. People find ways in, and people usually get through the encryption or figure the encryption out from a computer running a series of numbers or whatever.
All that just seems way more complicated.
I mean, I don't know,
All that seems so much more complicated than just being like, all right, well, I know this celebrity's email address, right? Yeah. And she has an iPhone. So then I just get an algorithm that can generate these hints on the password, right?
So that yeah, I mean that probably is the
And
case
then
with
just
that, you know.
bing.
But I think when it becomes a problem when they like because there's a lot of security features when it comes to recognizing devices, and when you have a foreign device trying to access something like that, you know what I'm saying? It
But usually,
usually there's a pretty good failsafe in
but
place to
usually you can
where
get in once. So you can usually get in once.
yeah, but what I'm saying is that like typically the servers detect that a different type of device is trying to access this that's not
But you
assigned
only
to you
gotta
know?
get in once.
Yeah, but I'm saying if they get in at all from that, I think it might be more likely that they're able to just like I don't know, just like
You see them
I
celebrity.
don't know, man. I
The
don't know how
best
it
thing
works
is
in the
like
guys, you
I
know.
forget which girl it was, but there was like a celebrity.
I mean, it happened to Jennifer Lawrence. It happened
No,
to
but there was one of them that
one lady off SNL.
there
Her
was
name.
there was one of them where somebody was blackmailing her with them, so she just released them.
Oh, that's what they do nowadays, man.
Yeah, just
It's
release
fucking
them.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm joking. I'm joking. But I think it happened to that one redheaded girl. I forgot her fucking name. Jennifer Lawrence did it. I'm pretty sure too. Nah,
I thought it was
hers were leaked.
I
Hers were
thought
leaked,
it was
bro.
Jennifer Lawrence, but I
Hers
can't
was
remember.
leaked. Nah, it was that redheaded girl that used to be on the Disney Channel. Bella Thorne. That's who did it. That's who it happened to. Yeah, because I mean, like someone had like pictures of like her tits, and she was just like, well, "Here they are, my tits."
Now you can't even sell them.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you make no money.
Exactly. You guys, people ruin it
Yeah,
for
if
us.
you're a celebrity, just don't take no nudes.
I
Just
mean,
don't
at
even do
some
it.
point,
Just don't even
you
do
do it.
it.
You know, I
Don't even
mean,
do it. Don't even do it. Nope.
a lot of it happens when they're younger though. Like when you're 18, it's just like you don't know. You know, you gotta learn something like that. Like,
Oh yeah,
you remember like when
yeah.
Jeanette McCurdy's
If
nudes leaked?
no, I
Like,
don't even know who that is. But if you get got like
that blonde bitch off iCarly, whatever, or Nickelodeon.
her nudes got leaked.
Yeah, where she didn't have nudes,
Wow.
but she had like laundry pictures everywhere, bro.
Huh.
She had ass. She had ass. But yeah, I mean, like, people take nudes, bro. It's just
Yeah,
it
well,
is what it
like I
is,
was
man,
saying,
you
if
know?
you're young, then it is what it is.
You know?
What I'm saying is like tomorrow I get famous, I no longer take another nude in my life.
Oh, 100%. But
Yeah.
those nudes I took before I was famous.
Hey, you
I'm
got
sorry.
me.
I'm sorry. Like straight up, if
You got me.
straight up, if anything happens and I become a celebrity, got some dick pics coming your way. I'm just saying. My dick is out there.
You sent it out. How many people have you sent your dick to?
Nah, I haven't sent a lot of dick pics. It was just a joke, of course. I mean, like I have sent them though. I've sent.
You sent your dick out to
I've
people that
sent-
you don't no longer talk to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Way older phones though, you know, so that might be a thing. There's no cloud storage on phones yet, you know what I'm saying?
But if it want, they could have saved it to an email and then locked the email.
Oh,
It'd be
God.
there forever.
It's probably. Well, I mean, I guess technically it would be child porn if you were to circulate it, because I think I was under 18.
If it's just a dick pic, though, who's to say?
I would come out and be like, child porn.
And it was like, that was you at 18. And he was like, I'm way bigger. That was me at 13. I'm way bigger
soft.
now.
That was a soft dick. It's clearly hard. It's like me literally holding you out from the side.
What if you had to show your dick to the public, you know, to really prove your innocence? Like somebody's just like, look, this is a picture of his dick. You know, he fucked me when I was unwilling. And they got a picture of his dick. And it's not your dick.
And you're like,
and like, you gotta show him. You're just like, that's not my dick.
I'll show a judge my dick
Right now.
in court to
And the
prove
judge
this
is
is
like-
not my dick.
The judge is looking at it like, looks like your dick, dude.
I'm like, no, look at my balls.
At this
man.
point, it's all like
Like a
weird
punk-
judges. Like judges are just anybody applying for judges is weird now.
And
Is that hoping it's all dick cases?
Like, he's literally sitting there just like, like it's like equal girthness and shape. It's just like,
You got that move right
Oh, what?
there. It's clearly you, bro.
yeah, it's like it. I think you shave to try and cover it up, but like to try and mismatch me and play some type of illusion off your balls or something. But like it looks like you, bro. It's like, no,
What?
I'm clearly bigger. I'm
Twice bigger.
I'm clearly the bigger man here. I think literally it's like literally like an 8-inch dick. It's like, no,
What do you think would be a cool exotic animal to own?
I think big cats are pretty badass to own.
You don't
but,
want to go too crazy though, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the
You
thing.
asked me straight what was cool to own.
Yeah,
You
but
know, like-
but you know, I go
you
deep
know?
into it. You
Oh,
know?
I was owning an owl, bro.
That'd be
Like
cool.
messenger owls.
But like, I would like to like own a gorilla. But I wouldn't want to own a gorilla.
You can't do nothing with a gorilla, bro. You can't interact with a gorilla, really, right?
Are you kidding me, bro?
I mean, like,
Bro, me and this gorilla are about to get tight.
you're
as
raise
shit.
it. You're raise it, bro.
I'll raise a gorilla.
Yeah, bro.
I'm his mother now.
There you go. Your teeth. Let him suck on your teeth.
I'm gonna get the fake ones.
There you go. You got bottom of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, I'll
Do
probably.
we even know that gorillas
probably
do
go,
that?
like,
we don't
I'll
even
probably-
know that that's how
I'll
gorillas
probably
eat.
go gorilla. I'll probably go like orangutan. You know, like.
This
Yeah.
is nowhere near as cool with me.
I mean, I think
Orangutans is like you're gonna shit a lot. You want to fuck things. A gorilla's
Well,
like
orangutans are smart.
I know you get what I'm
Smart,
saying. Like
you
it's
know?
like a gorilla. It just looks like it's well kept.
I don't know. But gorillas are pretty savage, bro.
No, I'm saying like it's not a dirty animal. I feel like
they throw their shit too. They do the same things.
no.
Yeah.
They're established.
Yeah, they throw their shit.
I feel like I could establish a language between a gorilla.
There's multiple videos of that. Oh,
Bro!
was that one female gorilla?
Hold up, dog.
Was it a gorilla?
Did you ever see that dude who went to that island with the gorillas and was testing them?
I've seen one dude who
It's
a
like-
gorilla charged them. He just stood there, was just
That's
like,
exactly what I'm talking about,
and the
Steve.
gorilla didn't.
So
yeah.
listen, I'm on a YouTube hold. This is literally like 2 days ago. I'm in a YouTube hold. I've ran across that. This guy's name's like Dr. I don't want to get Fiji something, right? You know what I mean? I don't want to guess it, but it's like something like that. He went to that island, bro. He does multiple things like that, bro. He gets charged multiple times, just stands his ground, and they stop right before they hit him.
Yeah,
Every time.
they want him to run.
Listen, right? One time, it's like a 16-minute thing, like a 16-minute clip. It wasn't bad at all. At one time, he got this one gorilla that he's friendly with. So the cub, I guess that's what they're called. I don't even know that's what it is. But like the baby goes and walks away. So he goes over to where the baby's at and he picks the baby up. And then like that gorilla comes over and just starts making these crazy sounds like and he's just like holding him and he was good at maintaining his composure, obviously.
Right.
And then that thing charged him and he just threw the baby. And she stopped and got the baby.
Huh.
Yeah, so it was like he knew if he kept the baby, it would have attacked them then.
Yeah,
It wanted the baby back.
exactly. They didn't want him to hold. There
I was
wasn't
just-
enough trust there.
When I seen that, I was
For
just
the
trying to
baby.
think so deep in my mind. I was like, she's looking at it like what if you seen a gorilla holding your baby,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like you're just like, hey, you might be okay. I'm not even doubting that. I don't even feel that much danger necessarily, right? But there is an extreme danger, right? Because you don't know human babies. You're super powerful. There's a lot of things that go into play. We're like, you get what I'm saying, though? We're like, if a lion had your baby, you'd be like, oh, he's gonna try to kill my baby. With a gorilla, you're just like, I feel like gorillas are super intelligent, dog. I just do. I feel like they're just really intelligent, man.
Yeah, I mean, I agree to an extent, but I think also at
You
the
wanna
same
talk
time,
about, like-
they're one of the more temperamental.
You want to talk about like how I would like the world to end? Like if there's gonna be like a natural disaster, if you can even call it.
Gorilla
I'm a
overthrow,
gorilla.
like
Planet,
Planet of the Apes, but gorilla style.
Planet of the Apes, gorilla stuff.
It'd be scary, bro. Be scary as fuck.
You imagine like 5,000 gorillas.
I'm just looking at a gorilla with a machine gun. You know what I'm saying? Like it's literally just sitting there with like two
Light machine guns.
240s.
Yeah.
Like, pop, pop, pop.
Bless it.
I mean, they're strong as shit. He'd be able to hold those things full fucking blast. Just
And I'm sure they could take a lot more shots. You gotta drop bombs on them bitches.
Yeah, you don't know. You need a fucking.
But at this point, if they had like the intelligence like that, they could drop bombs too.
And that's what I'm saying. Planet of the Apes. The
They
Planet
are
of the
smart.
Apes were smarter than humans. They're
Yeah,
smarter
they
than them,
were,
You know what I'm
they were.
saying? They're very intelligent. So if you get that type of level with, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't just run up and like disarm a fucking gorilla. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they come back with war tactics and guns, Jesus fuck.
Yeah.
You
I
know
just
what I'm
imagine
saying?
like the little things too, right? Like the speed, how far they could throw a grenade,
Straight, exactly, man. I mean,
how much ammo they could
they're
carry.
probably throwing out. They're probably literally throwing
100-yard
long.
grenades.
No, literally like football throwing C4 like stacks, man. Just like
Whoa.
boom, like shoots it in the, like, in the fucking above you and shit,
That
or
was
like
so cool.
right in front of your face, just bah, you're just throwing all this C4 and shit. But, I mean, like they'll eventually be able to they'll take over somewhere and be able to synthesize their own type of weapons and shit. You know what I'm saying? They'll easily get a foothold somewhere, and it'll just be all downhill from there. You know?
You imagine if like all birds just became super vicious towards humans?
Talking about
Wouldn't it
like
just be a
the
tough life?
birds.
Like
The
just say all
birds.
birds. They just like they just come down. They hit humans all the time.
That's one thing that sucks about Australia. They have like those magpies. They'll literally fucking attack you. Like birds are there. It's a huge problem in Australia. Those magpies
I've
are like
never heard of
literally
that.
Yeah, you literally like most people wear helmets and like shit to cover their neck because of like they will like you cross them. They will get pissed off and attack you, bro.
What?
Anybody can look it up. Yeah, magpies or it's probably magpies or some shit. But yeah, attacking birds, man.
That's
Shit.
crazy.
Yeah, they'll just like poke the shit out of the top of your fucking head, man.
I'll kill that motherfucker.
Snatch it out of the fucking air.
Yeah. Punch him right in his fucking chest cavity and cave it.
It's
Just
Cook-
walk out.
cook you up for dinner.
Oh, bro. Listen, I don't even eat the shit. You fucking attack me and I kill you, I'm eating you. I'm gonna take your soul.
Exactly.
You
I've
should
earned
not.
this one.
You should not have attacked
You've
me.
earned
bro.
that one.
I'm a good person, bro. You shouldn't have fucked with me. There's a lot of people on this fucking boardwalk. You should have swung down on another bitch.
And they would have probably killed you. I'm gonna kill you. I'm a great person.
I have a very special set of skills.
I will find you. Yeah, it's a major problem. So like the birds, birds start attacking, they're quick. Their aerial movements on point. Imagine if you just had like a million hummingbirds fucking you up.
With rabies.
All types of diseases and AIDS and shit.
Did you ever hear that people with rabies, like, they act like the animal that gave them rabies?
I've never heard that. I know rabies makes you hydrophobic. Makes you scared of water.
I don't know if you remember this specifically.
That's weird.
Right? That
What?
is crazy. But do you remember the one guy I brought that said that he was gonna bring us back an O?
Yeah.
Remember?
I mean, I specifically remember because he would always be like, huff airplane glue.
Do you remember when he like got nervous, what he would do?
No, I don't remember.
When he got nervous, he would go like this. Every time.
No.
Every
I
time,
never
bro.
noticed that. What is that? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What?
I used to always think that a rat bit him or something. I swear, I used to always think a rat bit him.
Or now I think about it, like he probably used to work at like that Middle River like aircraft place. He always talk about huffing glue.
It made you off glue.
Yeah, I remember just always be like, "Yo, you
Just, yeah.
need to like huff some fucking airplane glue, man." Like that's literally what he would always talk about. That's all I remember about that, and he would bring us in. I believe it was something along the lines of like he was like, "I'm gonna bring y'all a QP. I'm gonna break y'all for QP." You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
think it was an O, but
I swear it was a lot, bro. He really promised a lot. I could maybe believed an O. You know what I'm saying? I might have been able to believe O, but I can't believe that he was like, "Oh, I'll, QP," because I remember us not believing it off the jump. You know, that's all I remember. Like I remember just, like him saying it and just being like, this dude would never ever bring us a motherfucking QP. And I might have banked on that. So
we were all happy as shit. Like, yeah, he's bringing a QP next week.
he's gonna get a settlement. He's gonna get a settlement, and he's gonna fucking bring us this huge amount of weed. I remember, and we were still smoking like Qs and shit on like 7 people. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, no. So yeah, no.
Couldn't find anything on that.
What?
Of them acting like the animal, but I thought I'd heard
Yeah,
that.
no. The one thing I always thought was crazy was that like it makes you hydrophobic, so like you really don't want to fuck with water.
I think it's funny how like when you're a kid, people always say like you're gonna have to get 30 shots if you get rabies. Have you ever heard that? Like my mom would always tell me like, don't let them bite you because you have to get 20 shots in your stomach. And like one time I was at the hospital and
That's so you didn't fuck with it.
I was at the hospital and I was next to someone who got rabies and they had to get, I think it was 9 shots. So I was like,
I remember getting 2, I believe.
you got rabies?
No, I think it was a precaution. Because I remember I was
Got bit?
outside and a cat bit me. Street cat.
It bit you?
Yeah, street
Hard?
cat bit me. Yeah.
What happened?
I mean, I was just
You're fucking with it?
petting the cat. No, just petting the cat. I was never one to fuck with animals, any type of way. But I always would try.
You pet it, you fuck with it.
I always try and pet with them. Pet. When you say fuck with it, it's like I imagine like annoying.
You interact it.
I would like try to let it smell me. It seemed like I was friendly. Went to go pet him. It was cool. I pet him a couple of times. You know how some cats can be. I'm done. Bite you. Not even bite the shit out of you, but he didn't know me, so he just bit the shit out of my hand. I remember, I'm probably like 10, 11, and I was just like, well, we gotta go get a shot now, just in case. So, for pretty sure the procedures, they give you one just in case anyway. You know what I'm saying? They don't even want you to contract rabies.
Did you hear that shit that T.I. said? Isn't it funny how you just hear these things?
I mean, that was very creepy. That was very disturbing. That was 100% disturbing to hear someone say something like that.
What do you think about that?
I think it's pretty disgusting. I mean, so I imagine somewhere along the lines, he's probably holding money overhead or something. We're just like, look, compliance. Ti compliance, or like maybe I don't pay for your school. It's just like, because I mean, like, why else would you take something like that where it's like literally what he said, what they had in the transcript of his spoken words on that podcast, where he was just sitting there, was like, doctors telling him, we need her permission to share our results with you. And he's sitting there just like, is there a problem? If there's a problem, let him know. And pretty much just intimidated her into agreeing that he should know the results or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty disturbing just to hear all that, especially when it's just like hymens don't mean shit. I mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Zero.
I feel like it's like you're gonna make your daughter suck a lot of dick, or take it in the ass.
I mean, just like
I'm just saying, like, if that's the case, you're gonna do that till she's 18.
That was probably one of the funniest comments I've seen. Was like,
she's gonna do one of those things.
They don't got no hymen in the mouth or ass.
Yeah.
So but I mean, like,
it's just weird how he's saying, like, I hope that the person that's checking her is a woman. Because if not, you're just letting this dude check her fucking shit every 6 months or something?
Well, I mean, like, he's not looking at anything. The doctor, he just has permission from his daughter to share the results with him. Now
that the doctor's seen.
Because now she's 18, so like
she's 18.
Yeah, she can keep it to herself now.
I thought she was 13.
No, she's 18, bro.
Why is he allowed to do that?
Yeah, he's like I was saying, he's not sharing anything. Like from what it sounded like, he intimidated her into giving the doctor permission. And what I think it might be is like, look, either you comply or I won't pay for your schooling. I imagine he's that type of dad. He's looking
you
what
can
he's
get
doing.
Out my house.
Look at what he's doing right now, bro. He's like literally like making her share his her results with him, the doctor. So I can't help but think that's something like, again, no trust fund, no play money. You gotta take your cars. I won't pay for your phone. You can't live in this house. I won't pay for your college. I mean, come on, you'll be out my will.
And she's just like, all right, I'll suck dick.
Very true. And I looked at her Instagram, bro. She bad.
You checked her out? You went deep into this.
Oh, she bad. I'm just saying, I mean, she's 18. It's a little weird, but she's bad. It's as simple as that. Listen, Lily, it's as simple as that. Like, if you were to look at her Instagram, you'd be like, look, she's going to have dudes. She has money. She's T.I.'s daughter. She's going to have dudes on her. And if I'm this person, I'm like, I'm trying to get pregnant. I want some kid. No, I'm done. But,
it's too gone.
Lily, anyone
you trying to start a family. 18.
Anyone look up T.I.'s daughter and tell me she doesn't have dudes on her. That's what I'm saying. Like, she's a model, She's literally like a model for like Forever 21 and shit, So that should tell you enough. You know what that Fashion Nova shit is? You know what Fashion Nova is, bro?
No.
I mean, it's pretty simple. It's a clothes site. All the models on there, like it's like, of course, some like they have like clothes on there, but like they always have them on super thick bitches, bro. Literally the baddest bitches you could possibly think of on this website, just like wearing these clothes, but it's just like coming in these fucking ridiculous hips, ass, titties, the whole thing, bro. So it's like a lot of people joke it's like the hoe clothes website. You know what I'm saying? And they have a lot of whole shit on there.
For some reason, it just makes,
She models their shit. So
it makes me think of that song. You know, it's like, I want you to meet my friend. Her name is Fashion. And then it's like, fashion. 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 She's always my plus one.
well, I have no idea. What the fuck is that?
The only reason I remember this is
What is
because
that?
Andrew Schultz's videos. Like that's
Oh,
like
man.
his cut thing.
Yeah.
It's like the song. It's a song. I know you heard it before. You probably heard it before. You just don't remember how I'm saying it. But it's, in the beginning, it's like, I want to introduce my best friend. His name is Fashion. But you usually don't hear that part. You just always hear the part. It's like Fashion. And it's like Fashion. She's always my plus one.
That's Andrew Schultz. Like
No, it's not him. It's a real song from like some time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have no idea.
I forget what time it's from
I
or
have
something
no
like
idea,
that.
bro, yeah.
But it's just a super funny song.
Yeah, no, I don't know. That sounds funny.
But,
you know?
man,
I'd definitely have to see if it'd be funny if I knew the song.
yeah.
But yeah, Hooko's website. Simple as that. But I mean, like, are you gonna do something like that with your daughter?
No.
It's,
I'm not
you
gonna
know?
ruin my daughter.
Simple and crazy. Simple as that. I don't
I'm gonna get my wife to check. I'm just-
my wife should have results with me. Like, simple as that, you know. But then again, it's
You
like,
think she's whoring?
she out here being slutty?
No, I think you can't be like that. You know, I think we talked about it before, but all you can really do is just try and properly teach them, properly explain.
Yeah.
I would be harsh. Like I feel like I'd be harsh. Like it'd be hard to do, but I'd be like, listen, I'm a guy, right? All I ever thought about was that I can't wait to clap. Like you're not gonna say it like that. You're not gonna say it like that. But you get what I'm saying? You're gonna break it down. Like, look, you don't want to say it the cliche way, where you're like, all guys think about is sex. You want to really give it to them.
Come onto your daughter. Just came onto your daughter, bro. Like, you're just like, this is that incest porn.
If you think
shit.
you dick.
That porn, get that porno shit off, man.
No, you get what? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Like you're gonna be like,
I
you
get
don't
what
say
you're
it like that,
saying,
but you
bro.
don't want to say it the cliche way of like, all guys think about sex. I want to give her the real aspect of like, look, even though a guy might be attracted to you, he might want you to be his girlfriend. He still wants sex, right? So if he has to choose, she can be my girlfriend for a month, or I could fuck once. He's always gonna choose sex, right? That's really what's always there, right?
Yeah, yeah. Or there's always some type of like, we'll date for 6 months, fuck for 6 months, and then it's just I'm done.
If you find somebody who chooses the latter, then you're probably not gonna. That relationship ain't gonna last.
long time.
Because as bad as it sounds, is like even though it's your daughter, like everybody wants good sex. You know what I mean? It's weird to talk about.
And then like
It's obviously weird to talk about, but
daughter-
like
then like you're like your daughter's 30, chill at home, like still not married. You're just like, all right, maybe you just don't know how to fuck. Like,
you should talk to your mom.
like, yeah. Like I don't understand. Like your mom is that good. Like, it's just, like just get that being passed on to you. Like what will happen? Like it's just,
The worst, bro.
yeah, no.
But you know, what age
Taking
do you
it a
what
different
age
way.
do you first talk about it? I say
With
like
your daughter?
13, 12.
With your daughter,
Yeah.
I feel like
Like you as man.
Well, I mean, I feel like it's just like kind of gauge how the whole mother-daughter
I
went.
see. I hate that. I hate when people
Yeah.
are like, "I'm let the mom handle that." I'm not. The mom's definitely gonna take the lead role. She's gonna be the first one to say something, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why.
But then I'm gonna come in
I'm
and properly explain, like, listen, this really is how it is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna gauge how it went with her. See what kind of like things they covered. And you just go with a little bit where you're just like, so just told me everything. Said you want to fuck like.
I just feel like you're like,
no,
look.
like I mean, like
You're like,
I don't really know how I might go about it yet.
I feel like
know?
you would be like, look,
I think I have 13 years. Once I have a
I'm trying to put
pregnant.
myself in this. I'm trying to use my
Yeah.
empathy right now. Where if I was in an instant, I'd be like, listen, I have you. I brought you into this world. I love you. I care about you. you came from your mother, who I love and I care about, and it's the only person I want to be with. But when I first got with your mother, all I wanted to do was have sex with your mother. Like that, you know what I mean? You're trying to explain it as clean as you can.
Which is why you're here.
But like, you're like, oh, that's all I wanted to do. Even though I still loved her, even though I wanted her to be my girlfriend, I still wanted us to have sex.
First.
Not last,
Yeah, exactly.
Just put it that way, not last,
Yeah.
okay? We wanted that.
You understand
Every
what
guy's
Daddy's-
gonna think that,
You understand what Daddy's saying?
I've always said, like, listen,
I mean, yeah,
I've always said it's not about, it's not really about it's not about how many people you fuck. It's about who you fuck, right? If you really do legit fall in love with 5 people in 3 years and you fuck all of them, that is what that is. You know what I mean? That is what that is. Like, if you it was legit. Like, you really thought this could really be real. And it's legit. You got nothing to be ashamed of or sad about.
Right.
But if you're going out there and you just kind of, you're trying to get your ex mad, right? Or you're trying to get revenge, or you're trying to feel like attractive again, or something along the lines of that, and you're going out there and you're catching bodies, it's almost like you're catching them in spite, then that's when you're like, whoa, hey, pay attention. Not saying that, hey, a guy doing that is right or anything like that, but it's like to the point where you go like, well, why are you doing this?
Yeah, but you approach your son with the same attitude of like,
Yeah,
same catching about how you doing this.
I do personally. Like, I wouldn't be biased on that. I might be a little bit more lenient. You know what I mean? A little bit, because you're like, you know how this goes. You're obviously a realist, but at
Yeah.
the same time, like, let's say like in 1 year, I see my son bring 6 people into my house. I'm like, hey, bro, what's wrong with you? You know what I mean? What's wrong with you? Obviously, now it's you.
Do at any point do you ask if she got any friends? Hey, son.
If
She got a friend?
I'm a divorcee,
She got any friends?
what kind I'll go to?
No, that's off track. Yeah, no, I totally get exactly where you're coming from. Where people hate to hear it, but I mean, like, it's a double standard, but it's a double standard that exists, and that's why, like, I mean, of course, I'm gonna approach them both very seriously, but like you said, there's some leniency to be had. I mean, of course, to an extent, when it comes to like your son or whatever, you will.
See, I
express
don't
some
even
more
like that
leniency,
word that you're
you know?
using right there. Like, I'm
Well,
not
that's
even.
the word it is.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I wasn't trying to say leniency, but like, it's realism. It's not that I'm going leniency. Like, it's obviously going to be something close of a number. Let's say if it was 5, like I put 5 on 3 years
Yeah,
for
but
her.
but regardless, you'll be more lenient. It's like whatever way you want.
You're
Put
right.
that,
You're right. But lenient to me is like what I'm saying. I'm favoring almost. Not lenient to me would be like,
So-
let's say if
so
it was like
there's-
5 to 10,
Or
right?
Listen,
To me, it's like 5 to 7.
for me, it's like you're unbiased,
or you're biased.
you're strict, or like you're more uptight, or you're lenient. You're just like, oh, there's any middle ground to be had where it's like, I give and take some things here and there with him. And you're more lenient. You're being lenient on him. It's just like.
But I feel like
unbiased.
I would be lenient with my daughter in certain things. Like, I'm like, my daughter does something bad, she gets less punishment. She just does.
Very true.
She just does.
She might get more money on her birthday. The day's little girl. Just saying.
Oh, it ain't that. But I'm just saying, like, it would be hard for me to be like, I'm not. I don't know. I feel like it's weird if a dad smacks his daughter's ass.
Like to like punish.
Yeah. Like, it's weird to me. I just feel like the mom should do it. I don't like it. It's just, I don't like the
got you.
thing of like
I
a
got you.
guy, like, because it's like a power thing, right? Because the thing is, like, once you get old enough where, like, you're 13, like, someone tries to smack you with a belt, you're like, it's like, yeah. But, like, when you're a kid, you literally couldn't stop that adult from smacking you on your ass with the belt.
Yeah, exactly. You probably scared.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just weird for me that I would never want my daughter to feel like a man, like, over. Not even that, but just like, I don't want her to ever feel like a man overpowering her.
I got you.
That would bother me.
Yeah.
That, like, I would, especially
I
like,
understand where it come from now. I got you.
like me being a man that overpowered her.
and beat your girl's ass.
Yeah.
Like, I see where you're coming from now. At first, I was a
Take this.
little, I wasn't sure exactly where you're going. I was just like, oh, okay, now I see, I got you, man. Yeah, no, I totally feel you on that.
A different style punishment,
exactly,
if anything. Or the
Yeah.
mom beats her ass.
exactly, yeah. If there's any ass beating to be had,
If there's
you
any
know,
ass beat.
you
I'm not
know?
even a fan of ass beat.
Nope.
For me, the only time I would ever ass beat, there's really only one time I can think of, and that would be if I heard you was like, not if I heard, but like I figured out you were bullying
I'll
someone.
be fucking up my house.
Even then,
Don't
I'm
be
just
fucking
like,
up my
I've fucked up the house before. I know how that
Don't
is.
fuck in my bed.
But you know what I didn't do? I didn't bully people.
Yeah, nut on your pillow.
You know your pillow, hey.
It's your pillow.
He nuts in your pillow.
I'm not buying you a new pillow.
He
You gotta
fucks-
sleep in
no,
that nut.
He fucks in your bed and nuts on your pillow.
He fucked in my bed. He nutted in my pillow and he didn't
Yeah.
clean it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a problem. I'll beat his body.
Yeah.
I'll beat his body for that. He's 16, something like that at this point.
What if he's 13?
I'll beat his body.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not. No, that's next level. That's the next level disrespect. You have a
Yeah.
bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a problem.
That's one thing I don't.
But for me, I'm not a fan of that really. Like,
beating,
yeah,
physical punishment.
it would have to be like somebody told me like, yeah, he beat up this kid for no reason.
I'm
just like, all right, I'm about to beat up a kid for no reason.
So I would like to think I'm the person that would be able to find a way to reach someone without that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro, my kid bullies somebody.
oh yeah.
We're about to show you what a bully is. That's the one thing I'll beat your ass. for.
What are you going with? Like, you're gonna beat their ass, or you're just like, you bully them for 2 weeks at home?
I'm not gonna drop bombs on them, right? Because I feel like you shouldn't punch your kid. Like that's weird when I see
Yeah.
parents do
Oh,
that.
yeah, man.
Or like, hey, put the gloves on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm never gonna do shit like that. I feel like that's a bitch move. For me, it would have to be I would try and go something mental, obviously, or it depends on what age, right?
Yeah.
Because you can't beat a 16-year-old's ass. At
Mhm.
16, you might be like, put the gloves on.
Yeah.
Yeah, at 16, you might. 16 and up, I say put the gloves on.
Yeah.
And,
I mean,
and it's just body shots.
Yeah.
It's just all about just body shots. Because you know, a 16-year-old, he's so scared. You could say we're only doing body shots, or I'm only doing body shots. You can do face shots, right? If I fake a face shot, he'll still flinch,
Yeah, exactly.
even though he knows I go ahead. He still flinches.
Exactly.
Back out.
I was like, he never knows. He never knows.
Right.
You know, we're just like,
He never knows, right.
you come on, you really.
But like,
did
let's say he's like 10 years old. I hear he's bullying someone in 3rd grade. I'm like, all right, I'm beating your ass. I'll beat your ass with a belt. Yeah.
I got you.
You're not
Yeah.
gonna be physically assaulting people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I mean, you're not gonna be fucking with people like that at all. You know.
When I find out you're hurting someone else, now I'm about to teach you what it's like to hurt.
Yeah. Over here, he's just like he's just very verbally abusive or whatever. You know, just really fucking with some kid constantly. It's not even physical.
Same thing. Same
Yeah,
thing. Yeah,
there you
we
go.
don't do that.
Cool,
We don't get down like that.
Exactly.
Oh,
man.
it's the same thing.
Exactly. You look.
You could be worse.
Stupid.
It could be worse sometimes.
You look stupid.
I know a couple of kids that dealt with a lot of verbal abuse, and I guarantee you they'd be like, I wish they would have beat my ass once and left me alone. Instead, I got tortured for 3 years of them making fun of my lisp or something like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, I've been in a position to be bullied, but like I've always looked at it just like, hey, people have had way worse than anything I've ever fucked with. You know what I'm saying? Like people with constant torture every day. You know, it's like once in a while, but like these are people like every day. Got this person, everybody in this class fucking with you, man.
I'll tell you the one that still haunts me is I'll make a public apology to Henry Morgan. I never bullied him, but I watched people bully him, and they bullied him bad, man, really bad. Like did like horrible shit, man. Like mainly like Sean in that group. But I can remember like one time they were poking him with thumbnacks, you know, and like poking him with that.
Yeah.
And I remember like being so mad, but I'm like, man, there's so many of them.
Yeah.
You know what I
Little
mean?
crew.
You're just like,
That little crew, man. You're just like,
want to help out. I still feel like a bitch to this day. I still think about that day when it was like, that was fucked up. And Henry wasn't even like a type of guy. You know how like we talked about like John Cannon before, where it's like, he talked a lot of shit.
Yeah. He was like, you had to come, man.
You had to
Like,
come in. Henry wasn't like that.
Yeah,
Like Henry
yeah.
was trying to get out of there, you know,
Yeah.
and they were poking him and shit. That shit just got me mad.
I remember there was one that I thought about the other day. You know, I won't put a name out there, but
Put his name on that.
Fernando, kid Fernando.
Little kid from Southeast.
Yeah, you remember that? I remember when he first got this. I remember he was one of the only kids I've seen physically shoved in a trash can. I thought that only happened in movies, head first in a trash can, man. I was just
I
like,
feel like it would be good if I come clean. Oh, that's what. I technically did something to Fernando too.
oh yeah,
It was wintertime out from the. I do remember when he got thrown in the trash can.
oh yeah.
That was bad.
yeah.
That was really bad. But it was wintertime. Technically, I didn't do this. But, God, it's weird how you think back on these things, man, as a kid.
Yeah.
It's wintertime out front of Southeast, about to catch the buses. And Justin had did something to me. I think like a sack tap or something like that. Justin Smith. And I was like, when we get out of here, it just snowed. I was like, I'm gonna make a snowball. I'm gonna piss on it, and I'm gonna hit him in his fucking book bag. You know, instead of rock his book bag with piss. So like,
Great.
as he's running away, I'm like, give me a second. I'm gonna fucking like I'm telling him. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking rock you with a piss ball. So he sees me go behind the tree, and like as I'm pissing on this snowball, he comes up. He's like, give it to me. I swear to God, this is a true story, Steve. He's like, give it to me. My piss ball, my piss snowball. He's like, give it to me. I'm like, all right. Just you holding my piss was revenge, you know? So he grabbed my piss ball and he runs up to Fernando and he smacks him right in his fucking like collarbone, basically, bro, with a piss ball.
I think I remember that, bro.
Yeah, that I'm not proud of that, but I had no idea what I swear to God on my life, I had no idea what he was doing with that piss ball. I geeked. I was doing nothing but geeking that he wanted the piss ball. I just pissed on. That was the only thing. I would have never ever.
Give me that.
I was only hitting that in revenge. I was never that petty.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, that was one that I remember being really like.
But Fernando was another guy who was like said a lot of shit.
Well, I mean, like from my particular understanding, from like things like that, was like, I mean, I don't know.
He wasn't as bad as Ken. He wasn't as bad as John.
Yeah.
But he was still like a guy that would be like, fuck you. You know, shit like that. Like he had like that attitude.
I think a lot of people would
He had
fuck with
anger
him, you know?
issues.
A lot of people would fuck with him.
Well, he had
regardless.
anger issues, and then people would fuck with him, and then he'd get flamed up, and now you're like kind of like this whining joke.
Yeah, you know, he was also real small, man. He was real small. He was definitely an outlet for a lot of
Yeah.
people, you know. And that's always a killer. Like you're a very short, small kid, you know. It's just like it's easy. It really is easy for them to just pick you because it's like, well, right now, like I cannot match up to you. You're literally a year older than me. Plus, you went through puberty. Like it's like you know you got a beard right now, and I'm what 4'10". Well, I'm not. I wasn't that size in middle school. I mean, like you're under 5 feet. You're short as shit. You know, so
When you got people like that, just like, man, I hope life worked out for you, man.
yeah,
I hope you like hit the lotto.
yeah, exactly, man. You know, you hope something good happened to them. You hope. I mean, from what I've seen from like people that I've seen from these types of past, yeah, of course, a couple of those excluded. I see a lot of people who just made it by. It's just like, well, you're definitely.
But some people kill themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know anybody. You know, I don't know anybody who I know of that. Like I've seen bullied and then that they kill themselves. You know, I can't think of anybody like that right now. That I know of. You know what I'm saying? That no.
I remember when that girl Christina threatened it. Remember in 4th grade, across from Miss Dobbs' class.
God. Just
She was
standing
straight
in
up
that
like,
window.
she was like, stop saying that, or I'll jump out
Oh,
of like the
God.
3rd floor. I don't even know if
That
it probably wouldn't
shit.
even have killed her.
Shit, I think she would just fucking.
Broke
I mean,
her
being a
pelvis.
little kid, you know, if she like landed flat, like just like straight flat, or jumped on her head.
It's like 20 feet.
We were on the 3rd floor, you know.
It's technically the 2nd though, but yeah.
No, we were on the top floor at that time, you know. Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
2nd
it
floor.
was the 2nd floor.
Yeah, 2nd floor. Yeah, technically. Well, it was the 2nd story, we should say. Technically,
20
it was
feet.
the 3rd floor. It was the 1st floor, 2nd, whatever. But I mean, like being a smaller kid, you land on your head or you just land flat. Like I think you might cause some like life-threatening injuries that might not be recoverable.
It's so funny. I can remember one time when I was actually with your nephew Antonio, and we're all up Joseph Lee, and it was like us and the Smith boys and shit. And we were on top of the rec center they had there by
Yeah.
the playground.
Yeah.
Some people came over and like ran out as cops cops ran up with like flashlights and shit like that. And I remember like me and him see the cops. Me and Antonio were on top of the roof, just us.
Yeah.
And we see them. Everybody else is on the ground. They all start running through the field. And we just start running until the end of the shit.
He
Like
jumped
the
off?
end of the wreck. And he just gunned it and jumped off, bro. This is like literally like 15 feet drop. Straight running, hit the ground. And I remember seeing him, I'm just like, no, no, let's go over, hang, drop off. It still hurt, but it was like, bro, he hit the ground so hard and he shoved his knee in his face and like his tooth was all bleeding and shit.
Oh my
Like,
God,
it was
dude.
horrific.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Man. I remember I was out the first, like I think one of my first ankle break. Like I was running for the bus at White Marsh. I remember running down this little like ravine through the woods trying to make the bus to go home because you know that White Marsh bus home.
No one missed that.
You did not want to miss that 10:30 at night. Another hour for another bitch come or something stupid shit like that. So we're running. We're trying to make this bitch. I remember like everyone like kind of like jumped off. It was pretty steep. It was like I was thinking it might be like 3 feet top. It was probably more like 7. You know, it was a little ways up, enough to catch you off guard. So I remember like kind of just like we're running, go down, it's like get ready to leap off, and it's just like, oh shit, this is way steeper. I mean, we're going pretty fast. And I remember just kind of like landing on top of Tyler as it like right beside him and just landed on my ankle all fucked up. You know, just like not able to land cleanly, you know? Just not able to land cleanly, you know what I'm saying? So I can't imagine what that fucking did though. Like knee to face. Damn.
You hit him? Knee to face?
No, I'm saying like I'm telling you to hit yourself knee in the face.
Yeah.
But like I probably landed on like as Tyler landed, he was able to like stamp a little bit, and I kind of like was able to kind of like push him out the way and just kind of like, you know, and landing like this right behind him and just being like, you know, falling backwards and shit, just fucking my shit all up.
Is that the worst injury you ever had?
Worst injury I've ever had, probably. I mean, like I busted my head open once. I was like younger, so I don't remember that. Yeah, probably the worst one I've had was just like where I fucked up my ankle. I was just like, it was broke technically. It wasn't like dislocated or anything crazy, but like I did fuck my ankles. Like I did like smash shit out of one of them, fuck it all up. Good now though, but
What do you think your biggest fear is?
biggest fear as of right now. It's probably like I don't know, man. It's just like I hate heights. Yeah, that's one big thing I don't like at all.
Something bigger than
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to think too hard, but like, so here's one. It recently has come to mind, like especially because like it happened in Greektown the other day. 1:30 yesterday on Oldham down there in Greektown. Dudes, it was caught by like 2 doors up a security camera. This guy's walking up, getting ready to go in his house. 4 dudes come up behind him, just running as he gets up on his porch. All 4 with pistols, bro, and just rob him. And I think that's like that kind of like made me think it was just like I could rob one by some fucking guns, man. It's like
How you got 4
crazy.
pistols and you're robbing one guy?
Exactly.
4
man.
pistols. You should be in the
Exactly.
underground poker ring or something. God
Exactly, yeah.
damn.
You know what I'm saying? It was like
4 pistols, bro. Take what you want.
yeah.
Take my clothes off me.
100%, bro.
The
But
fuck?
I
I
mean, like,
ain't taking no chances.
you never know when some shit goes south. You know, it's like I don't know, man. It made me think. It really got me thinking about like getting a gun or some type of shit. To try and get a gun in Baltimore.
We've talked about that. Yeah.
You know, it's just like I remember I was geeking at work because I was geeking off South Park. Just like right now, as it just seems it's like so hard to get a gun. And it's like tomorrow, it's like, oh sweet, got a gun. Now what? You know, it's just you know, probably be pretty easy to get a gun. But I mean, I do want to get a legal gun. That's one thing. I want to get a legal gun. I want to get the license. I want to be able to carry. You know, because you can do that in Maryland. You can carry in Maryland.
Apparently, it's hard though.
It's very hard, very fucking expensive. Like the course, simply the course you gotta take, like $500 already in the whole.
When people used to
application
ask
fees,
me my fear, though, I used to always say it was failure. I used to always think it was failure, like not living up to the expectation of myself. But then, like as you get older, not to sound corny, it's like you realize that like not trying is really what you're scared of, right? You're scared of being like, I got a good job, I live here, I'm just gonna buy a home, buy a car, have a family. You're scared of just doing, not doing everything you said you would. That's really what you're scared of, because we talked about before, right? Like you go out there and you fail what you want out there, right?
Right.
I feel like you can live with yourself, but like knowing you're 60 years old, I never went out there. That's the thing I feel like is really what kills you.
Yeah, no, I got you on that. Yeah.
And then to follow that along, like
Yeah,
if
I was
I had to
thinking,
say like what my biggest fear is on the day to day, it's like I know I'm not supposed to, but like I'm just like feeling like I'm behind, like I'm running out of time, you know?
oh yeah, bro. I think everyone has that type of like feeling overlooking them. We're just like trying to catch up. I'm not catching up or some type of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, no, I definitely feel you. Like you, I think everybody, I think most people, they want to be the best them. You know, they want to be like most people don't want to be the very best. They just want to be the best them. You
But
know,
like I have high expectations, you know?
or like what you need to do.
I love a quote I seen the other day that said, "You can't always be the best, but you can always do your best."
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I like that one, man. It's like you really can, man. And just I don't want to die knowing I didn't do my best.
Right. I mean,
Even if it isn't good. You know, it's okay if it ain't good.
that's why. I mean, yeah. I mean, like it's. I think like when people say like the midlife crisis, you know, type of deal. It's like what happens to people? They're just like next thing you know, that hits them. They're like, I'm 35. I didn't even go out and try and do what I wanted to do. You know, that's where people get that like that crisis in them where it's like they need to do something to like either turn back the clock
Yeah.
or just go do what they want to do. Um, now I'm not saying you're having like that's a midlife crisis. You're having a midlife crisis, but I mean like as we are getting older, because I mean let's talk about it. I mean like as we're getting older, I'm 20. I just turned 25 in September. Maybe 26 in January, right?
Yeah.
That's I mean you're getting up there where you're like, you know, like when you enter those 30s, it's kind of like there's that
It's like
stigma to it, you know, and it's the unknown knowingness of like what that 30s will bring us. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not trying to play boohoo. And like, I mean, there's people in way worse positions, but like for me personally, like, dude, I've been paying bills since I was 15 years old. Like, I feel like I've been an adult for a long time. Not that I've been like this kind of mind state, but like I've lived the adult life. I filled the qualifications of being an adult for a long time.
Right.
Might not have been there mentally, still was stupid, but like I had my own shit. You know what I mean? I was paying my own bills, shit like that for a long time. And like it bothers me that like I see kind of this straight line of like what it could be. Because you sit there and it's hard when you're by yourself sometimes. You do these things to try and fill the time so that you don't necessarily like think about really the complexity of life as your life as a whole. You hop on the game or you hop on your phone or you watch a movie. And if you just take that 1 second and you think, man, what really does make me happy? I always say, like, I think that one of the main problems is that people don't even know really what makes them happy because you don't really think about it. You just kind of hop on a device or something like that of some sort and you occupy your time. And when you really sit there and you think, does this make me happy? Should I do this? Should I not? So when I go, oh, I need my job, I got to pay my bills, but it doesn't make me happy to go to work every day. Does that necessarily mean I should run away tomorrow? Is that in the charts? Or, am I supposed to properly plan that and figure that out before I make that move? Because that's just how I make every move. But then day goes by, day goes by, day goes by. Next thing you know, you never made that move you was talking about.
Yeah, it's like you. I don't know about you, but like it's like you're worried because you tell yourself when you're sitting there, you're like, all right, I gotta put this together, I gotta get this together, then I can get this together. And then you get this together, and it's like, well, I gotta get this together, get that together, I gotta make this before I can actually do this. You know what I'm saying?
Remember the time we talked and we just both kind of came to the realization of like, yo, we really could leave tomorrow.
Up and go.
Like we have possessions, you know what I mean, that we could straight up sell.
Yeah.
We have a vehicle that you can straight up hop in. Don't gotta be an RV. You
Yeah.
got a vehicle. You know, we got a vehicle.
Sleeping, you make it happen.
We
Make
could
it
straight up leave, but you don't. And you wonder, what is that? You know, is that intelligence or is that fear? Because you're like, you think you're trying to properly plan it, but really you're just delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, it is because you, like I said, like you tell yourself like I gotta make this happen, put this together, and then this puzzle piece falls in place. But then once you complete those two, if you complete those two, because there appears to always be something in that path in that way of you doing that. Um, and even as a person, like I said, I like to think of myself as a pretty smart person, a decently smart person, if anything, what I'm saying? Like, like it's still hard to decipher such a thing of just being like, am I just really like not that hard of like, am I not ready to risk it all, or am I scared to risk it all, or is that me? Like, you're not sure, because it's like it would seem silly just to be like, all right, drop everything right now, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but
at the same time, like,
that's
that
what
interests you, right?
but that would also simply mean that like that's the requirement to do that. That's the one requirement to do that.
That's the one way to do it.
That's the one thing you need to do that. Just be like, I'm dropping everything and I gotta go.
That seems like how most people do it, though.
And I'm not in a position to be like, like in my current, like job where I'm like, like 2 years planning something like that just doesn't seem realistic. Where it's just like, you just gotta go. That's the only way to really get it done.
But you lock yourself into these emotional connections, right? Like at the end of the day, you would hate to leave your grandma, right? Like you would hate to just disappear and not be able to get to her every day.
Exactly. Yeah,
you would hate to leave your dog, dude. Like we talked about that before. Like
I had to bring my dog.
You have to bring your dog, bro. Gotta bring your dog.
Yeah, I mean, like for you sons of bitches that just leave your dog,
bro. Fuck you.
I'll find a way.
Bro, when we was talking about the RV, every RV was like, yeah, we can put the dogs here. We can put the dogs here.
Exactly.
The dogs were never getting left, bro.
Exactly, man.
Remember when we were first looking at them? Then we're just like, I remember I hit you. I'm like, I was thinking about it. I'm just like, bro, I can't leave my dog, bro. He's like, well, we could bring him. He's like, and I looked it up. It's like, that's a thing. People bring their dogs on RVs and shit.
Well, I remember, like, I was always under the assumption I was bringing my dog. From the jump, I was just like, I'm bringing my dog.
I was always assumption it would be super hard.
I was always under the assumption I'd make it work. It's just like simple as that. Like if any questions of like, anywhere.
What I'm saying when I say that, I'm not saying I leave my dog. I'm saying I don't leave because of my dog.
Exactly.
That's how much I love my dog.
I mean, the way I've always thought about it is like when they're like, because I remember like when I was thinking about getting like a place in my own like apartment or something. I was thinking about it, like it has to be somewhere where I can have my dog. Simple as that. I have to have my dog. Like if no dogs, I can't do it. We can't negotiate. We can't do it. No, simple as that. I don't care how good the deal is. Be $500 a month for like a single family home. I'll just be like, I can't have my dog here. I'll go have that studio for $1,000. It's like because I can have my dog there.
I paid $500 to have my dog here.
Yeah. It worth it.
Never thought twice about it.
Exactly.
Straight cash.
As soon
I can have my dog.
As soon as he was like 500, you were like,
I can have my dog.
Okay.
I can have my dog. That's all that, you know what I mean? It's like
the check goes to who?
Yeah, it's crazy how that is.
You have your rain glasses on. You're like, huh? It's like, I don't know. It's like, I'll just leave it blank. I'll leave it blank for you. But it may bounce, so just let me know. But yeah, I mean, like, you would figure out any type of problem it would throw at you.
So like, let's get 100% honesty. Like, do you feel like you should stay here?
I never imagined any future I ever imagined. It never involved me staying here. That's the kind of way I always thought about it, where it's like, I always thought of myself as like living outside Maryland, wherever that may be.
So do you kind of have like a cutoff age? Kind of how like I always say to you, where like I'm just like at this point I would say, might have to drop everything and run.
Yeah, it's.
What age would you say that is?
Like, it really, it's just so tough to say.
Like, let's just say you're 30, right? And you've gotten $5 extra at your job over the next 5 years, or $6, $7. Say something nice.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, and you're just like, you're 30.
it's funny because I remember like at work, the production manager approached me. And we were just talking. It was just like, we have some plans for the future. Like, you get stick around. I was like, I'll probably be here 2 years tops. That's what I told him outright. It's like, I imagine my cutoff like 27, I guess, if I'm still at the same place. I don't know, man. It's like it's tough to say because it's so close. It's 2 years. But I imagine I would at least after that 2 years, I would be somewhere in a better place. I would be making more money.
But you're saying it might
else.
still be Maryland, but
and it will probably still be here in 2 years. But it's like if I'm at that place and not in a position to leave in 2 years, like it's just like I'm most seriously have to start thinking about doing that now. Just doing something drastically different. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
you feel like I hit you up one day. I'm just like, yo, we got to go this weekend. How do you feel? Like, how are you feeling if I say that? Try and put yourself in that position.
The anxiousness, the nervousness.
I hit you up next Friday. I'm just like, yo.
The fear immediately overtakes me.
What are you thinking?
Because I'm thinking of everything that would have to be kind of like resolved for me to, be prepared for that, something like that, in however long that the time it is for us to leave.
I feel bad even saying that to you. Especially because you're a grandma. I feel bad even saying that.
Yeah, I mean, like like I said, it's just like we said before, it's just like the intellectual part of me is just like I have to do all these things before that could even happen, and like again, there's the other part where it's just like, well, the one requirement is to just cut everything and just get it, just do it. Next week, I don't think I'm going. I don't think I'm going. It's just too tough, too soon, too quick. If there's such a thing, you know what I'm saying?
Can you imagine we're having that talk, bro? You're having that talk, yo.
I'm just like, you gotta go, bro, man. I can't,
I think I would cry.
I
think I would cry, bro, because like you realize, like, all right, well, fuck. I'm really
yeah, I mean, like, so it's just.
What if I said like next year? Like, all right, we're leaving next year, August.
I'd probably say we need to like meet every day of the week and get some shit done, and get this in rocking order. Where it's like, cause like, so I just think like I would be able to like put us in the best position possible, given with time, just make some things happen. Like sell some shit, clear some shit up, get this money, get that money, and like get this together. Just like, all right, we're ready to go, bro. We're ready to fucking go right now. It's like, so I'd probably be like, let's plan this shit. If we're serious, let's get this down. We're gonna make it work, bro. What, we got 9 months? Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Isn't that weird to say?
No, it's scary. It's like
weird as fuck to say. But like, I
feel like if you put a date on it, though, right?
And it always helps when you have another person that's just like, bro, we're going.
We're leaving.
And I'm like,
August 1st.
I'm just like, doing it. It's like, you're going. I was like, I'm ready. I guess I'm ready too.
Like we're selling each other.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
yeah, you're going, right? Yeah.
I mean, like, sorry, what the cut? So let's say like the cutoff age where it's like you're doing it alone, whether you're doing it whether someone comes or not.
That would be 30 for me. I'm going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I would like want someone to go by like 28 at the latest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if I'm 30, it's like, let's say I'm still at the same place, and I'm just like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
Man. Like,
I'll just go right.
Like,
let's go right. I'm better hop a train.
Yeah, I mean, I'm straight up be like, I'm so TV, I'm so this, I'm so that. What do I need on the road? I need my book bag. That's about it. Probably just like stock up on underwear with a little.
Remember we talked before, just going like camping somewhere, like just going out there with a tent and shit.
Yeah,
I think that would be cool, man.
Yeah.
Like you don't even necessarily need an RV. You just go by foot, Mike Posner style, bro. Mike Posner, you want to come on? Let us know.
I thought about, bro. It's funny because like I work with this guy. He's a newer guy, Charlie, and like he's a quiet guy, so like you don't really get much out of him. But we did this thing where like you
Shout out, Charlie.
you get like a profile like featured on like their Facebook page. It was like employee spotlight, whatever, And I remember they were asking
Charlie.
about like a fact. They were just like, well, when I graduated high school, I biked across the country, from New York to California, and I was
That's
like,
hard.
how long did that take? It was all 3 months. I'm just like, what the fuck, Charlie? Let's look what the fuck over here, bro. Like,
It's hard.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's just like I am 100% envious of that one particular achievement, man.
I'm envious too.
Super envious. I'm just like and he had people do it with him, man.
And see, I mean, I've drove across the country though. I really have, but
He had 2 people with him, bro.
we had a time limit.
Total of 3 people.
3 people
doing
did it,
this
huh?
with him.
That's awesome.
Well, total, not including him, 3 people
God.
taking this journey together. Super jealous and envious of that achievement, and especially at such a young age, graduating high school, just going like, yeah, let's go, man. And of course, it helps you have 2 other people going, but regardless, man.
I mean, you always want to know. I'm not here to judge Charlie, but I'm just saying a lot of times when I hear people say that, it's like they're in a pretty good position.
Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. No, because it's a quiet kid.
Well, somebody could say they traveled the world, and I mean, their dad could be a millionaire.
Yeah, very true.
And you're just like, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when I think about it, I'm like, well, actually, I didn't know what. Yeah. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Like I said, I have no idea. He's just a quiet ass kid. So, but I shouldn't say kid.
Well, like I said, that's not just Charlie, but you get what I'm saying. Like people in general.
Yeah.
Like I've heard a lot of people be like, "Oh, I've been to Africa."
That's why
it's like, well, your mom owns a timeshare.
That's why I'll see like you'll see like a YouTuber that vlogs and travel and shit, and there's like, drop everything inside to travel the world, and then they go back home and they'll just be like, yeah, this is like my dad's house, my dad and mom's house.
Big ass
like,
farm.
They're living like around the corner,
Ranch,
Harvard or some shit.
Yeah.
Around the corner, it's like she's a college professor. He is too. It's like it's like okay. I mean, those. I don't know. I mean, there's one guy I remember. You remember the guy in Nas Daily who did those like daily videos?
The Indian dude?
I think he was from Pakistan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Something like that.
He'd be like,
he was from the Middle East
or whatever. Yeah,
it was like it was the daily videos.
Like quick videos.
Yeah, he's like 1 minute video. That's 1 minute.
Yeah.
Or he went like back to his home. It was like in like a more like rural part of like Pakistan or something, or one of those Middle Eastern countries, and it had like a little farm, and it was like so I was like, all right, well, this guy like went and like kind of like went and did something, But I mean, I don't know, man. I have no idea because again, they never know how much it is, So yeah, I don't know, man. Some people, I don't know, it's because some people like they literally come out and just like say it, and it'll still just be like, oh yeah, I just dropped everything. It's like, yeah, I was going to Harvard and I didn't like it, so I dropped out after 3 years. My parents hated me, and then they didn't believe that like I could go vlog around the world, and here I am. And now like they're super proud of him or some shit. It's like I don't know, man. I would just feel some type of way. I would feel different, where it's just like I'm glad I don't come from that type of background.
Yeah, I feel like I judge people like that, and it sucks. I wish I didn't, but for me, I'm always like, everybody affected.
Tough times, man. But yeah, no. I don't like to do that.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You don't want to be like that, but you're like, tell me something bad that happened.
For me, it's when I see you, I'm like, it's a character flaw where it's like, oh, you're a spoiled brat. You're spoiled.
Yeah. It could just be a little thing, right? Where like
No, it's just like they don't know, they don't understand, they don't get it.
But say if I was explaining to you and I'm just like, yeah, man, I'm super lucky. My dad actually works at a firm. You know what I mean? I've been able to be blessed. He gave me money to travel to here. It was awesome. I was so humble.
I have a YouTube career because of him.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom.
You're like,
man. You're a great person. Man.
Okay. Yeah, but when somebody's just like, yeah, I traveled the world. You've never been to Africa?
Yeah. I'm just like, oh yeah, beautiful country, man.
Yeah.
I got fed lions, man.
A lot better than Switzerland.
Yeah. I'll tell you where they got the greatest food. Thailand.
Yeah.
Thailand's the best food.
And we go on a family trip every year. Like, I know it ain't nothing, but like, even when I hear like your girl Bray, like when she's like, I go to a family reunion every year, like, I'm so envious of that, bro. You want to talk about like what I'm envious of? It's that.
Yeah,
Like
I feel
I
you. We're just like
wish,
you just
bro.
like meet like a big ass family.
Your blood,
Yeah, man.
like your blood, bro, and like there's like sweet potato pie, bro. And like, you know what I mean? Like it's just so homey, bro.
It's like-
It's so homey, like
yeah, man.
fuck,
Yeah,
man,
yeah. And
fuck.
you literally go and there's like literally like 100 some people. You're just like Uncle Dan, cousin Ricky. Oh
Yeah. And like
shit.
for me, like
Oh
even
Beatrice. It's
like on Thanksgiving, like my usually Kay works, usually my sister works. I don't know if they are this year, but usually they do.
right.
And so like for me, it's like if I go somewhere, it's like I'm going somewhere where like somebody else's family is like celebrating, and I'm kind of just like that person that somebody brought.
Yeah.
Like even times like I'll go to like Chas's parents, like with Jen and Chas. It's like they made me feel super at home. Like I love it. Well, I have a good time every time. But still, you're just like it's like a lot of people. It's like this is like their family,
Yeah, exactly,
Like,
man. You just
even
kind
though
of
they're super like
yeah.
hospitality 100% and everything. It's just like it don't matter.
Yeah, so it's like even though like, so we have pretty small like small things, but like it's pretty much been solidly like like me, my sister, um, both my nephews and my niece, and my grandmother, and then I have Bray there too. It's usually like I do like I'm usually at least with like my family, which I'm extremely grateful for. Definitely don't appreciate that enough. You know what I'm saying? Because like just hearing you say that, I'm just like, man, like every year, like Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, um, even like other things that have like 4th of July or whatever. I'm just like I go over my sister's house. My grandma will usually come. My niece, my nephews will be there. It's a great time. It really is awesome. Yeah, it's just like what like I think I want to say like it was like a year or two ago, like I remember we all like got crashed for like my sister's birthday, and like I got a little drunk. We played Cards Against Humanity for the first time. And I remember everybody was just geeky. It's just one of like the better times I've had.
That's so like homey. Like
Yeah, yeah,
that's the only word I could describe it as.
yeah.
Like it's just like super homey. It's like movie.
Yeah,
It's like movie shit.
and it's like we all have like this like similar sense of humor, like this family humor, like sense of humor type deal. You know what I'm saying? We're just
Yeah,
like we're all just like geeking at the same cards and whatever. Just like it's just like and it's just like I said, just hearing you say it, it's just like man, I just got like a whole new like appreciation for
for
the shit.
sure,
You know
bro.
what
I'm
I'm saying,
telling you,
man?
definitely appreciate. Like the one thing that I long for in life, would be like family, man.
Yeah,
And like at one point, I had, a nice little family. Like I would have a couple uncles, couple aunts. I have a cousin over or two, that would like it was like a real, like you're saying, like a Thanksgiving,
yeah, yeah,
and it just like disappeared real quick,
yeah,
just like it didn't last long. And now it's like at this point where you're just like, oh man, it's just something that I don't know, man. It's a weird type of feeling, like
it's like
even though I'm not lonely, like it's a lonely type of feeling. Like
yeah,
I remember like last Christmas, like Kay, she has like she has aunts, uncles, and everything, and like I know like all together, like not that it's about that, but like together, like her family, like everybody in her family, like got me something for Christmas.
huh,
And
that's
like
awesome,
in
man.
my family, like it would be like my sister Chaz and my mom like might send a card,
Right, right.
and something like that. It's like it's like I remember just being in the car, it just like brought me to tears, like
Yeah,
just
man.
thinking like man, like another family has even like got more for me than my own. Like I don't
Yeah,
even have enough family. Even if everybody did give me something, like it's still not even enough family there. It's not about giving. That's how I'm not trying to make the part about.
right.
But like even if I did see everybody, it still wouldn't be everybody. It'd be like
Yeah,
6 people or something like
yeah,
that. It's like fuck, man. And then I hear like when she's going to like a family reunion, I'm like, man, dog, that would just be so
yeah.
awesome to me, man.
Yeah, no, no, 100%, man. Um, I remember when I was younger, I would see more of my family. I would go, remember my aunt would drive down from my house and then drive us up to Ohio. And on the way, we'd always stop and see um, my other aunt and my cousins, and I only seen them, like I said, like over a total of like 4 or 5 times probably throughout my life. But those times it was like, wow, like there's other family out there. You know
You
what I'm
lived in
saying?
Ohio?
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. Well, I mean, like I ain't she moved to Annapolis recently, but my other aunt lives in Pennsylvania. But like it's weird because it's almost like we just don't see them anymore. We don't even talk to them. It's like don't even know. It's like separate, completely separate.
But at
Like
one
separate
point, you guys were pretty close,
I
basically.
wouldn't
'Cause
say
not
pretty
close, but you stopped by there every time you came, basically.
Exactly, yeah. But I was thinking about it's like even though they're both my aunts, they're both sisters though. So it's kind of like it's different,
Well, for me, that's kind of like Kyrie. You know him. That's
Yeah.
kind of like the same thing for me, where it's like we seen each other,
Yeah.
but you're not really like that,
Exactly, man. Exactly. And it's like I was never that person I wish I had more family because I always felt like with what I had it was always enough. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't matter that I didn't have like those cousins always around or like that aunt always around whatever it may be. But it always had like it's just always just kind of been us here. You know what I'm saying? This little group, our little family, right here in Baltimore, is like just kind of like staying together. You know what I'm saying?
Like for me, it's like I got all girls. It's like
Yeah.
even my cousins that I talk to, throughout my life, like they're
Yeah.
all girls mainly. Of course, I got like Rodney on my dad's side, but like when I was younger,
Yeah.
it's like pretty much on my mom's side. It's like, oh, girls always. I always wanted like an uncle. I always try to hang out with my uncles, or a brother,
Yeah.
or even a cousin that was a boy, like something. You're just like you want like a guy older than you to be like, what are you supposed to do? You don't really know if you ain't really got your dad there. Like you're just kind of like, what the fuck are you supposed to do? Like a woman
Yeah.
tries to teach you, right? A
Yeah,
woman,
that-
like my mom tries to be my dad,
That-
but she can't be.
That was one thing. Like growing up in my household, it was both my sisters. My like growing up, it was just my nephew at the time. And my nephew's only like my oldest sister. Her son, my nephew, is like 1 year younger than me, pretty much. So I kind of grew up with him as like a brother. And everyone asks like, "Are you guys brothers?" It's like, oh, yeah, you can say that, but I'm technically his uncle. It's just
Right.
like, which just looks funny. Just like,
Yeah.
It's like a small yeah, but yeah, just like it was cool to have that. But then again, no older male figure around to be
Right.
seen. Where it was just my grandmother and my two older sisters. It was like
Yeah, you definitely. Yeah, you
it's just
did.
like
you
me
do
me and Tanya always like we kind of like played off each other, like guided each other. But like of course at one point when you get older, you guys going different directions, different groups and whatnot. And there was never that older person there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like even though like I'm now like an uncle and I have an even younger nephew who's 14. Um, it's like I still don't even know how to like be that like role model, like that that older person,
Yeah.
guiding someone.
But,
Because
like,
I had no one guiding me. But
Doesn't
like,
it make you cherish them a lot more? Like for me, like I feel like I cherish my nephew and nieces like way harder than I could ever imagine. Because like I look at them and I'm just like, you want to give them something, for
Yeah.
the things that I long for. You want to give them something. You want to
Yeah.
give them
Yeah.
a family, besides just the family that they have in their circle.
exactly.
You want to be
yeah.
like, yeah, I'm here too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to give you an outlet too on this side. I became an uncle super young. Like, I mean, with you, obviously, what months old?
Yeah, I mean, I was technically kind of like a older brother.
Yeah, I was like 12, I think, or something like that. So it's always just been super cool to me. I got mainly nephews and I got one niece. So it's like, it's always been cool to like be the older brother. Because I didn't have an older brother, so it's cool to be the older brother and be like, I think this is what I would want. I think it's like you're guessing though, like you said, you really don't know. You're like,
man.
I think I'm supposed to show you like you don't do that, but
Yeah,
I ain't
but I
trying
mean,
to be a
like,
dick.
that was one thing that like especially like when it was weird because like since my niece is older than my youngest nephew, she's 18 now. I remember her coming to me like 16. She's like talking about like weed and stuff. It's just like I try not to I try not to give any bullshit. It's like, look, this is what weed is. It's like, I don't recommend that you get into the habit of smoking weed, but it's not a bad drug. Just like you just gotta be mindful of like what you're doing in school. And I just trying to be like direct and as like sincere as I could be in like the kind of direction you want to take. Where it's like, no, I don't condone you like getting in the habit of like smoking all this weed every day and shit. But I don't necessarily. I won't tell you no. You shouldn't go smoke that blunt with your friend for the first time. It's like I never felt in that position to like lead him like that direction. Where it's like I think you kind of know deep down what you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you what I realized though, like with my nephew, like my oldest, he's like, I don't really like weed. He's like, I tried it, like it makes me really sleepy. He's like, he's like, oh, and he doesn't know about other drugs, right?
Yeah.
But like in his mind, he just off of what he hears. So like he tried weed because that's like available,
Yeah.
Then he's like, I want to try Xanax. And I'm just like, bro, like he doesn't understand it. He just hears it
Exactly.
in like music, and shit like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
listen, dog. It's almost to the point where I'm like, I wish you'd have been like, yeah, I like weed,
Yeah.
so I don't have to worry about that like that. I'd be like, yeah, you'll just fuck with weed, But now it's like, listen, bro, you definitely don't want to fuck with them Xanax. You know what I mean? Like that shit is the least amount of awesome.
Yeah. Like that. So that's like one thing that like I think is like I'm glad that like my niece and my nephew have like kind of like calmed down their own. Where it's like fuck some perkies.
And that's all you can
Fuck
help,
them
right?
Xans. Like, what the fuck are you doing some Xans or some shit? Where it's like, I'm glad I didn't have to just like sit here and tell you like, no, don't do.
Because you
Xans.
got that too.
Exactly.
You understood that too,
Exactly,
and it's
yeah.
nice when you can be like, oh,
Yeah.
you got some
Exactly,
intelligence to you. You get it.
Yeah, and like, like I remember when my nephew came to me one time, I was talking to us, and like just like he's like, yeah, it's like when I had my first time, it was 2 comms. I was just like, no, bro, no, you don't do that. Just do one. Just
He's
do
having
one.
used two.
Yeah, I think that's like I said, bro. You don't have no sexual education. Like, you don't feel like you talk to anybody about that. You just hear what you hear. I think all of us at one time at that age have been like, hey, you wrap it up with 2, be sure. And you get older, you're like, no, don't do that. Do not fucking do that.
Ever do that.
Exactly.
It sucks with one.
So corrected them on that one. Just like it's just like, look, I understand where you're at. I was like, if you can, it's probably better just kind of like just wait and take no chances with that shit. Just fucking around. Especially you say like 14. Just like, but I understand where you're at right now. You know
I always worry that the most with my nephew.
Exactly.
I worry at the most. I'm just like, I told him.
I always told him, I was just like, if you're gonna do it, just be safe.
I was finally able to have the talk with him last time I seen him. Like he
Yeah.
was talking about girls and shit, and like basically trying to take that next step with girls. And I'm just like, listen, man. Like, there's like one thing you could do to fuck up your life right now, bro. Of course there's more, but that's what I was putting it. I'm like,
one is like easy way. It's a very easy way.
Baby.
Exactly.
Baby. I'm like, no matter what you do, I don't care what you're using. She could say birth control. You could be using a condom. You could be raw dog or whatever it is. Just pull out. Just pull out. That's all I'm going to say. Always make sure you bust on the outside.
13, 14, 15, whenever you get your first nut, that's when you're producing your most fertile nut ever.
You're so
100%.
fertile. You fertile bitch.
You're fertile as fuck. And you're just out here throwing seeds left and right nowadays.
I wonder if that's when a woman is most fertile.
I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like the age has a lot to do with it when you're that young, just like
your body's ready.
Especially when you've gone and you're in puberty and you're in that position where you're like, okay, we can have a baby right now. Yeah, I think you're probably the most fertile, the most,
It seems kind of weird how early our bodies allow us, right? I mean, it's a lot later than most animals in the kingdom, but it's still pretty early for us.
I mean,
there's people who go through puberty at 10.
I mean, like when you put into perspective of like, like now we live to 70, it's early, but when you live to 30, great timing.
Just listen to me. But just think about this. A 10-year-old girl who's having her period and a 10-year-old boy who's producing sperm. That's 2 10-year-olds that can have a baby, Steve.
Yeah, but when you live to 30, perfect.
Steve.
Just saying, man.
Steve, I don't give a fuck what you live to. That's weird, bro. 2 10-year-olds, 2 third graders having a baby, Steve.
But listen, man. Listen.
You're going to kill that baby.
Listen, this is the thing, man.
You could not raise that baby by yourself.
This was a regular thing. Like, people, like I said, when people were like, when we first came about,
They didn't raise the
you
babies
go,
by
you,
themselves. 10-year-olds weren't raising babies by themselves.
100%. It was a whole pack thing.
It's a village.
But that 10 to 14 range was probably the area when you were having babies or getting pregnant, because you would maybe live to 20. So that's when you raise them. You were training these kids to be early on.
My thing's like, I only got 20 years. Okay, no
100%.
babies.
Listen, Justin Wren with the pygmy people, like what they've done for however long they've been there. They have a bow by like, what are they holding a bow by? What he said, like 2 years old, 3 years old. That's the type of that's what I'm saying. Like
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
In that tribal village of the pygmy people, they when they raise their kids, they have a bow by like 2 or 3 years old where they're
A
practicing
bow.
a bow.
Oh.
Yeah, a bow and arrow. They're using a bow and arrow by 2 and 3. And just learning. So like, it was kind of like, when I think about like similar back then, like the age progression was a lot quicker in perspective than with our species.
You ain't killing
that
them with a bow at 3.
No, understand, but like, that's just the kind of mindset you have. Like the age progression when you're like simply surviving, and like I said, early human species, you're living maybe to 2025. The age progression for that is good, because it extends the survival rate, because you become so fertile, like at that moment, before you get up to the age where you're gonna die and not gonna be able to raise a baby at all. You know what I'm saying?
Justin Wren's a wild man.
Definitely a wild man. Unknown parasite that no one might like have ever been, like
That could be in your
with.
that could be in your brain.
Yeah. That's one thing I love, when Joe was just like, look, man, I want to talk about your health. I want to talk about your health. Like, like what's going on, man? We talk about your what's going on with the health, man.
I told you I'm a man of little things.
Yeah.
In that podcast, dramatic pause.
Yeah.
In that podcast, I usually like Justin's previous 2 that I've seen. And on that one, I thought it was still a good podcast. I still like the podcast. But I just thought it was weird. I thought he was plugging things.
Who, Justin Wren?
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
He plugged things. Didn't he? Like in the beginning, remember, he's like, I had no idea I'd be talking about this. And he's like plugging something.
Yeah. Well,
So like when he kept telling him, I want to talk about this, Justin was plugging things.
So I think what this might be a case of is, I think he's very ill right now. He's not in the field anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I guess he's just trying to do what he can for his foundation and for what he's doing, and having.
He said he was still out there. He's still out there. He said he just don't stay with them anymore, and he don't eat with them anymore. He stays in a hotel now, and then he drives in there every day.
Got you. I know that. That's cool, man. But like, but I don't know, man. I feel you on that, but I think it's just like, it's what you have to do to kind of like get money for your shit that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta fund it. So you have a huge audience in Joe Rogan.
How was he the one that got fucking the parasite, and no pygmies did?
I'm sure they have it.
Well, as soon as I find out there's a parasite we don't know about and some pygmies, I ain't eating nothing.
Yeah, it's very true. Very true. I don't know, man.
I don't even know if I'll be there anymore, bro.
I don't know.
After I find that out, I might just fund shit.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. If no one's ever had it, well, does that mean the pygmy?
It's like, wait.
Maybe they're immune to it, bro.
Wait, bro. People are dying. You guys don't know what it is. All right. It's the SpongeBob meme. I'm letting it out. No, I'm letting it out.
Okay, I got you.
I'm always off the crab one.
That was the Krusty Krab one. And it's just like, oh shit. Like, and like,
when you busted, she keeps sucking. I love the drop back you were doing earlier where it's just like,
oh yeah, it's just like, I know what I'm saying, where it's just like, just talking to shit, you just like,
bro, there was this.
Yeah, all the way back, bro.
There was
all the way
this
back against that wall.
video I seen on Facebook where it was like, there was this group, this circle, and everybody was rocking off, and then like this guy was getting twerked, and he was leaning back.
Yeah.
And then his boy comes to him, he's like, that's a guy. And you see the guy just like, and he's like,
because
that's
the
a
one dude
guy.
where it pauses, he guys turn around like this, like on the side.
Yeah.
And this one dude, he's just like,
And they go back, and it's a guy twerking over
twerking on him, man. People are holding him up, and it's like,
Because remember the one girl was like, you hear the one girl like, oh no, or something like that. Like, she probably knew him and was like, I ain't never seen him do no shit like this. And he straight up didn't know. I remember like, he gets right up and pushes them off.
yeah, exactly. It just cuts.
But he was getting it.
Gone.
He was getting it for a
Yeah,
minute.
exactly. He was smiling.
He was enjoying the
He
twerk.
was smiling. He got a little hard right there, bro.
He got hard.
He's just like,
And the thing is, like,
and immediately just like,
why would you even want that ass twerking you? Like, once you see it has no ass, like, I'm not even interested. The fuck?
it might have been the hype, and because I mean, like,
Yeah,
for
you're
people to
right.
be holding him up.
I was like, hey!
There was someone holding him up.
Anybody could have twerked him.
Someone
right
was
there.
holding up, you know what I'm
A
saying?
granny.
Like, he was literally like at a 90-degree angle back on his back, bro.
He
Someone
was in an
holding
L
him.
shape.
That's what I'm saying. I think it was the hype, you know, just like imagine like I mean, I just don't know. Like imagine you just like someone just starts throwing it back on you. And I was just like, hey, you're just like getting held up by like some dudes, you're just like, oh,
What would you have
yeah.
done?
I mean, I'm pushing the guy
Same thing.
immediately, you know
Same
what I'm saying? I
thing.
don't
Just
wanna
get
be,
up. Hey, get off me.
You know, it's just like I would hope I don't get caught in that situation because it's immediately like I feel like I'm able to recognize a dude's physique 100%. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a straight up dude. That was a straight up gay dude.
Yeah.
Working on him.
But like, what if you just get got? Like, just say you get got. Like, a bitch is twerking you.
I'm
She
push him up.
she
I'm
get
push him
you
up.
push him up.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna push him up. Well, I'm probably just gonna leave. You know, so
I
I probably won't
won't-
push him. I'll just leave.
Right.
You know, because I feel like I don't
It's
think
on
he's in the
you.
wrong. I don't think he's in the
It's
wrong.
on you.
Exactly. I don't think he's in the wrong. I mean, we're just be like, all right,
If you got, you got.
God. It's funny because like so many people was there. They're like, if you got, you got, man. You can't be mad about that.
I went to gay pride with my sister before, just me and her.
You got.
Actually, only one time somebody tried to do something. We was just dancing in the middle, and somebody just came up and tried to twerk on me.
Okay.
And like, yeah, a guy.
He was trying to come behind you, or
He was trying to come in front of me.
okay.
Yeah, give
At least he sees you at the top.
Thank you. And like he tried
Well,
to
thank me, thank him.
he tried to give it was you. he like tried to give me his hand. You know, like how you circumvent like this.
Yeah.
But it's funny saying it with a guy. And like you grab their hand, you know, he tried to do that. And just like my sister was just like got between us and was just like, no. You know, and just like broke it up.
Yeah.
But that was the only time. Nobody else
You looked out though.
Yeah, but even then I just would be like, nah.
You would have played it cool,
not
exactly. You know?
without.
You would have played it cool, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna twerk them, but
I feel like that guy would have been mad. He's like, I can't even like, this is gay pride. Like, it's like, what do you mean?
oh come on, you're gonna get twerked.
You're not gay?
There was like one
This
dude
is the twerk circle.
who just had like all leather on, and like his dick was out and his balls.
What?
He had all leather on. He had the hat, like
And-
like you
and
say,
his
like the
dick and
uniform.
balls were out?
His dick and ball was out, but like the leather came right like a circle around his dick and balls. The leather was like a whole pelvis piece,
Okay, and it was just.
but it was a circle, and his dick and balls was just hanging out, and he was on the ground doing like like angels on the ground, like
What the
fucking up on
hell?
some shit.
You look at it, just like
Everybody's just like,
his balls. I mean, everyone's just like, hey,
Yeah.
I don't imagine anyone's freaked out about it. Yeah, I mean, or
I was a little like, what the hell's going on? You know, just
well,
like.
of course, I feel like other people probably were just like.
But the thing
"Yeah."
is, like when I was there, I seen a
Right.
guy with a shirt that said, "I'm not gay" or something like that. It was like something witty, but I'm not gay, basically. I was like, that's gay, dude.
that's
that's-
pretty cringe.
That's
Pretty cringe, bro.
so gay. That's all I'm gonna say. That's gayer than twerking a guy.
I feel like he was probably gay.
Yeah, most of them are. Like, did you see that like electric compulsive therapy engineer? Like he's like one of the main guys that
can't say familiar.
you know, like people with mental problems, they got like electroshocked. He was like one of the main people to do it. Like he had like one of the most electric shocks ever. He pushed like the shock therapy. He was one of the people that pushed that.
What a pioneer.
He came out as gay.
And he's like, honestly, just all my life I was just fighting it. I thought like for gays, you get what I'm saying? Like he pushed
Yeah,
it for gays.
Exactly, yeah.
And
then he came out as gay.
yeah, he came out as gay.
Yeah, I get you.
He's
Yeah,
just like
uh-huh.
all my life I tried to ignore it and push it away, but I'm gay.
I thought this electroshock therapy was like, working. But one day a guy did it and I really got off. Like I really got my fucking rocks off or some shit. That's why I think
One
it's
day I
like
really want to test these.
that's why I think it's like like I don't know, I guess who am I to say, but I mean like I don't care. Like I love the pride events and whatnot, but like I remember it was like on Facebook the other day, I remember someone like posted like an anal douche or something on Facebook, and it was like a conversation they had with someone, just like, oh, it's not for me. It's if I want to like do this and like someone else is that, and the person I believe is like bisexual, but I don't know, I just thought it was like I was like when people like when you ever see like those people who like walk around as like horse skimps and shit. Yeah, I think that's a little like I hate to be that judgmental dude, but that's a little weird. You know?
What do you mean? What's a horse skip?
You ever seen those like people who like they like pulled around like on like
Oh yeah.
they have like
slaves.
they have like I should say like you ever seen like a dog like people,
They're
like, walk around with dogs?
slaves. Yeah.
They have those leather dog masks on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little fucking like
I know
I
exactly
don't know,
what
man.
you're
It's just a
talking
little Just saying, man. I hate to be that judgmental dude, but like
You see a lot of
out
porn
there in
like
public
that.
like that, you know.
You see tons of porn like that. It's just like
People are into that shit, man.
BBC walks around with
I didn't.
white teens.
Yeah.
You know what?
Before we get to anything else, like there's literally something out there. It's like they call it like financial domination, where like these rich dudes just like give like these pretty girls all this money, and then it's like they give me more money, or I'm gonna tell your wife or some shit, and like that's what they do and what they get off on. And I'm just like, that's just extortion. It's just,
Yeah, what the hell, businessman? You're supposed to be a businessman.
This is just extortion. It's like you get off on that, you get off and get extorted. Yeah.
This led me into my theory, though. You know, like the number one porn. Well, I don't know if you know, but the number one porn is incest.
Yep.
I was thinking about like, why is that? I think that has a lot to do with just like porn titles. Like when you're saying number one porn, I imagine like what's the most watched porn. A lot of porn is like just like regular good porn, and it's just named something with incest. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like it
exactly.
could be like mom fuck son, but like when you're sketching that video, you just see a badass bitch getting smashed in some good angles that you like, and you're like, yeah, I want to watch that. You don't even care about mom fuck son. It's about the porn. You know what I mean? At that point.
I think some people are into the scenario.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
so, I mean,
Tons of people.
But
I think like
I think that might be coming down to like where people are searching like for
when,
incest
listen,
porn. You know
when you go on porn, most of the titles are incest. It's some type of incest. Like, oh, sister. It is, bro. Like when you go down the search of like
I see a lot, but I mean like there's also a huge amount that's not around at all.
If you search other shit, but like when you go on like their sponsored shit, it's tons of I fucked my stepsister. Like it's all types of shit.
If
like
you go to like the most watched like today's section, yeah, but like.
But what I'm saying is, I feel like most people aren't even necessarily clicking on it because it's I fucked my stepsister. Like, yes, that's a thing.
I think it might be, bro.
All I know is I'll click on. It doesn't matter what the title is.
No, man.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying. I think some people just like that incest shit.
Some people, yeah, I agree.
I
but for it to be number one,
I know.
You think number one's incest, dog?
I know a lot of people out there who have like done something with like their cousin and shit. Like, I don't know, man. Just something about that type of thing. I don't know. Something about fucking
Dude, if you want to fuck your mom, though.
Again, man, like it's out there. Or like
you're a daughter picturing getting smashed by your dad.
It happens. I could say, I don't know.
Small percentages to me.
I don't want to be the one to say that, man.
For it to be number one, Steve, that's scary.
I just think we're theorizing, like, because we don't want to think that might be possible. But
what do you think number one? What do you think number one should be?
What number one should be? Oh man, god damn, bro.
Dwarfs.
Nah, literally got straight up. I mean, like, it's funny because like they'll call it that category anymore, but the ebony. It's like
You think so?
I mean that's why.
You know what I
know?
was thinking?
You
As
know?
weird as it sounds,
You
bro.
know?
Teen.
I do like teen, man.
You would.
Yeah, bro. Listen, everyone knows what teen porn is. It's 18, whatever, 19, whatever. You know, come on, you just said it yourself.
No, it's just funny how you said it.
Yeah, I know,
but I'm
I know,
saying
I know.
I thought that would be number one because I just feel like everybody's just like it's what it. See, what I'm saying is like when I'm saying this, I'm not looking at it as like what's the most click thing. I'm just looking at it like what's the most clickbaity. That's what I'm saying about the incest thing. Like it don't matter
Yeah,
if
but I
you're just
really
like, is it a
avoid-
good? Is it a thick bitch getting cracked? Okay, click on it.
I particularly if I see like as soon as I see like stepsisters.
You
I'm
buying
like,
storylines?
No, I'm not.
Then
but
what's
I
that matter what it
avoid that.
says?
I just avoid those. That's all I'm saying. You know?
Bro, I don't even
You
read
know?
a title,
There's
bro.
plenty of them where it just doesn't even involve.
I don't even read the title.
anything like that.
What's
you
the
know?
need for me to read a title?
I mean, you just happen to read the title. What is it like? At most, like 10 words, where it's just like.
Not even. I'm just
You know?
video.
It's
What's
like,
the video show? I want to see the proof is in the pudding, brother.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if it was said, like, it just like, I don't know. I just don't click on that one. I don't.
I don't know if I ever
Oh,
found a
man.
time to use that say it before. Besides that, right there,
What?
the proof is in the pudding. I
Yeah,
feel like
right,
that worked
exactly.
there.
Yeah.
I don't know what it means technically, but I feel like it worked.
The pudding must be good, you know. It's just like I'm just saying, like when I look at my porn, I will avoid clicking on the ones as soon as I see stepsister, brother, incest, whatever it might be. Just move on from there.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're missing out part on a lot of good porn.
I just feel like there's a lot of good porn out there.
See, listen, what I'm
There's
trying to say,
that,
Steve,
and
is
there's
right.
plenty of
Listen,
good porn out
I
there,
make
you
a
know?
porn, right? I make a porn. And what's my objective? Get my porn watched the most, right? So then I go, most watched porn. Number one, incest. Step says fucks dad, whatever. There you,
Yeah, but why are people watching incest?
you get what I'm
Why are people
saying?
searching for incest?
What I'm saying is I'll just upload what's number one. I
That's what
don't
I'm saying.
care. It could be
And-
anything. Dog, deer. It don't matter, bro. It could be me fucking
And
my girlfriend.
and
I would just put that.
I know.
Because I want the title.
I know, but like,
So I feel like that's why it's
it
number
just-
one, is just because
it
that's it.
kills me, you know.
Well, then how did it get there is what you're saying?
No, it's for me. It's just like, nah. I'll just avoid those. It's okay. You know, it's just I don't know. Just don't. It's just for me. It's just like a huge. Just like I just won't click on that. Simple as that. Because I think
Yeah,
about.
I
it,
just
I'm
don't
like, nah.
care about the storyline.
I'm not there for the storylines. That's what it's about. But as soon as it's just like, as soon as I read stepsister, like I said, I'm just like, I'm out. You know, incest video.
That's what I
I'm
mean.
out. Yeah.
For me, I don't even know what it said. I couldn't even tell you what it said. I can only tell you what happened.
You listen to the porn with sound?
No, of course. Of course. Yeah, I'm saying title. You know what I mean? I'm saying I didn't see no words.
I saw words.
I don't even look
I
at
saw
words.
I saw words, man. I want to know what I'm getting into.
Just you're scrolling down, give it a little,
I know what-
give
I
it the
know.
opposite swipe. You get a
I know
little
what I'm getting into.
pre-play of it.
Because I mean, like, I tell you what, the one that always gets me is just like you just hear.
But
some shit,
but that doesn't
where it's
mean
like-
nothing.
No, but like literally, you're just sitting, just be like, "Hey, stepbrother," and it's just like, "You got fat cock, stepbrothers."
I mean, that's a fake porn. I'm not a fan of fake
Yeah, but
porn
I'm
like
sitting, I'm
that.
just listening to this. I'm just like, it really fucks me up. I'm
I
just
don't
like,
watch
okay,
nothing like
move
that. I don't
on.
watch none of that fake shit.
That's what I'm saying. but that's what
I
it
just got to
is.
be
It's
real
like-
to me.
You just said it doesn't matter the title, but they click on that. But like they literally say that in most of the porns I
Bro,
click.
what I'm
whenever I click
saying
on
is
them, I said
right
that
now,
title, you know?
I could upload a video of me clapping
I
a thick
understand,
bitch from fucking Spain.
and they're not.
And I would
they're
say,
not related at all.
me fucking my stepmom.
Yes.
And it would get 10 times more views. It's not, I didn't go on there and say, you like that stepmom the whole time? I just clapped my stepmom for 30 seconds and the
You
title
ever listen to
says,
those porns, bro?
you get what I'm
That's exactly
saying?
what they say.
You're talking about a fake setup porno. I never,
That's usually what they do in those ancestral pornos.
I could never watch those, bro.
That's what
Listen,
I'm saying, man.
if
like,
you
yeah.
search that in a title, you're not going to get all of those. You're not going to get setup porn. You're going to get a lot of amateur porn.
I mean, I don't look at.
I shouldn't have had to go here, people.
So these
You're
search
gonna get
incest.
listen. You're gonna get a lot of
They have a
amateur.
whole amateur section. So I mean, like,
What I'm saying is, when I go on porn, I go straight down. What's
Yeah.
popping?
Yeah,
What's popping on that front level, right?
Yeah, but
Let me finish.
everything popping
Let me
success.
finish. As you're going through it, I'm not reading title, right? But you can obviously see, like, it's the number one search thing. So you might see stepsis, mom, whatever. It's not always a setup porn on that thing there.
I just go category straight up
Oh, you're a category guy.
because you can click category and be like the most, the top rated or whatever. The most watched today of this category. You know what I'm saying? So just like,
Okay, I don't know I never know what I'm looking for at that day.
oh, that's what I'm saying. I might jump around 8 different categories. 10
Oh
pages of
man, you've been
each.
here a while.
With some candles lit up around me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bubble
had some
bath?
wine. Had some wine.
You're sitting on the edge of a bubble bath
It was
jerking
a
off
very delicious cheese
with
board.
baby oil,
Delicious cheese board. We had
rose petals.
lots of great dips. Before I sat down.
You got every rose has a thorn
You
plant.
know? No, I'm probably more of like
You got guac on the side. Table side guac.
Yeah, you got
Bath side guac.
Exactly, bro. You have some LED lights. You got some like pink lighting going on. Just like
You
Marvin
took a
Gaye,
Viagra just so
Marvin
you
Gaye.
could enjoy it for longer.
Barry White. It's like,
You're finna jerk off for 90 minutes.
like literally, like you're like you have like you just have like you look at the other end. Your dick's like in like a towel at the other end, like poking out the bubbles, just like in like a robe. You're just like take that bitch off.
Bro, I'll tell you one thing, dog. I watched a couple episodes of that. Fuck, I can't remember, but with the hormone monster.
Hormone Monster. Oh, you talking about Big Mouth?
Big Mouth, yeah. A couple
Oh,
episodes
man.
of that. What I was watching the other day, it's like, bro, you'd be surprised how real that thing is.
That shit, but
They hit some spots where you're
it's
like,
raw, bro.
you're like, yeah, that really is how it was though.
It's pretty raw, bro. Yeah.
Like the
pretty
other
raw.
one I seen where like it was like I mean this wasn't a personal one of mine, but I see how it's relatable, but it's like he was fucking his pillow and his pillow was talking, and I was just animated. But
Yeah.
it's just like, yeah, I'm pregnant, blah blah blah. And like he was just like coming on in his pillow and shit. And like I never fucked my pillow. I never came in my pillow or nothing like that. But I probably we talking about rubbing our dick on the bed.
Would you tell us if you did?
I would 100%. I told you I fucked the pudding, bro. I don't think it gets no lower.
It's funny. I was like, how can I forget something like that? But it's like, oh yeah, you did.
Yeah,
Dude,
that
I
was
remember
straight
something.
up. I was watching American Pie, and like
Those are tough, bro. When you're young, those
Well,
are tough to sit through.
he fucked the pie in there, and then like later in the episode, like he has that scene with the girl where he's in his bedroom and she's like trying to fuck him,
That is
and
bad.
she's so bad, And like I remember, like just like man, it's like the age, you're horny as shit, I get hard, and
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna try fucking something. I was like, I got an American Pie sitting around, so I just fucked like whatever I could picture that would. I'm like, maybe this would feel good, So I think I would tell you if I fucked a pillow. I remember plenty of mornings. You wake up, you're hard. You rub your dick a little bit on the bed. You rub it down on the bed a little bit.
Bro, I've literally like sleep jerked off like literally hold up. So it's been like early shit in the morning. I'm still got my eyes closed and like you wake up, you got some morning, just like and just you start jerking. My eyes never open
You
up.
nod it out. You nod out a couple of times and you continue. You still give your oh yeah, I was jerking off.
Exactly, bro. It's like,
Oh shit, that's right. It shouldn't take much longer. I'm gonna get some good ass sleep once I do this.
Exactly. I'm gonna go right back to sleep. And like there's like and then you're fucking out.
Just laying your filth. Just laying your filth. Just
back
bask
to sleep
in it.
you go. I'm gonna shower, I wake up. I wake up. Wake up and you shower.
I should really
I should really go back to sleep. Hey, look at that, man. You just back out, man. It's probably the best sleep you ever get right there, just like It always feels good when you
Oh,
wake
shit,
up and you go
man.
back to sleep because you're tired.
It's just funny.
It feels better when you wake up, you nut, and then you go back to
It's
sleep.
always funny when you're just being brutally honest and you realize other people do the same thing. Like it's a comment when you're just being brutally honest, you realize like other people are like,
It's pretty common.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
that really is how it is.
I want to say that like any young dude out there is probably tried to like it's probably Google at least once how to like makeshift like it's like what could you jerk off with,
Yeah, for sure.
just like and figure
You
something out.
searched it all.
Someone's done the watermelon, someone's done the balloon, someone's done the just like like fucking couch with a paper bag, no not paper bag, plastic bag for the lube type shit. Like you've read it all.
Bro, I can remember searching how do you know a girl's horny? Shit like that.
I remember searching. I was like, how do you make a girl horny?
Yeah, I just go come.
Yeah, it's just like I remember Googling. It's just like shit you can see on the phone. Make a girl horny.
You gonna show or something?
Yeah,
Look at this picture.
It was like, man, it's like you go back. If you were to pull up my Google search because I got a PC early on, bro. I've always told you that.
Yeah.
That was a great
Yeah,
thing.
you had
to have
some
early,
young
man.
boy searches.
That was-
And nobody monitoring it.
Exactly. And just deleting that shit, So like if you were to pull up my history from the beginning of computer usage, bro, there'd be some fucked up shit in there, man. I'd be like, fuck, man, like shit, like, this really doesn't look good for me. Not looking good for you, Steve. It's
Guilty.
like, things change from here. It's just, you got a different life moving on. You gotta leave. No one must know. You gotta delete yourself off the internet.
What do you think about like you walk in, you catch your son jerking off? How do you feel about that? Does it matter what age he is?
Yeah.
He's 10.
Yeah.
You're just like, hey, it's
I remember being like 7, just being like in my room. I just remember like
your girlfriend said that?
no. But I was playing the game, and I just remember like it was like you get random boners,
Yeah.
You get randomly hard. It's like, what is that? Yeah, like a stick, like a stick. I was like, what is that? I was like, touching or grabbing it.
Every time we
You
talk
know.
about motors now,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
It's
Comes
just,
out.
it's like,
But I mean, like
it's like soft. It's like
every guy's gone to a point where it's like, what is that? It feels good. It doesn't feel kind of good when I do this.
I remember playing the game,
You'll
bro.
see it through.
I get hard, bro. I would go to a part. I would find a part of the game where it was like made the analog shake. And you just keep going to it. And you just sit it on your balls. And you just play. I remember one time, bro, like the game paused while I was in the middle of it, and the analog just kept shaking.
Oh my god!
Like literally, like it just kept shaking. I remember just looking around, just like. You just set it all on your shit. It's like, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
you're playing some GTA. You pick up that hooker. You drop
You're
back to
hard.
the back of the alley. It's like. And of course you get the. And of course, like afterwards, like you always.
The testosterone.
Exactly, man. It's like
The
it's course
testosterone.
through you, just like as you feel the blood rush to your dick, man. Everyone knows what that feels like, man. I'm just saying. If you're a dude, you know what that feels like. It's just like
I just love the. You about to angry
it's like,
beat your
it's
dick.
like- it's like-
I just always love the good look around first. It's like.
This is a little size, little. And you're in your room alone, like literally, like no one ever walks in your room.
It's safe to be my dick.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
It's safe to be my dick. Like what animal is out there like, can I beat my dick right now? You know what I mean?
Can I like sexually pleasure myself right now? Is there a way to do that? Like for animals, it's just like I'm doing this. Like,
Oh my fucking god.
you gotta be sure, man. I remember last thing with the Joe jerking off. I remember being like 13. Like I had a smaller room. Like literally, like my bed is like way my bed way was long ways. Like how I moved it. you couldn't open the door all the way. So like when you open the door, the bed was kind of behind the door. And
You
I
guys can-
remember, like at one point, there was one time like I had my legs against the door with my ass on the bed, on the door shut, just like being 13, just like I remember first figuring out, just like no one has to come in right now, like no one can do this, no one can see this. Just holding my fingers at the door, just
I
like
just love how you described it, like right after you picked that hooker up and Grand Theft Auto. And it's just like you're driving in your Impala.
yeah,
and you're
whatever
just
car
like,
you picked up.
just switch to an alley.
Or it's like she'd be like, take us somewhere private, baby. It's
It's
like, you got it. Just
I love the heavy nose breathe. As your dick's just filling up.
Yeah, exactly. My blood just like it's like yeah.
Yeah, I'm finna put on some slow jams.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
It's about to change it.
But I know I'm about to drive. I'm about to drive to the alley.
TV killed the radio.
I mean, you get a little pissed off where it be like, this place ain't private enough, you know, just like you keep going down the alleyway a little
Don't
more.
be picky, bitch.
Because you exactly keep driving down the alley more, you're just like, this ain't private. It's like, come on, bitch. You know?
Remember when you were trying to signal for a hooker to
I
get
do.
in? And you just come over and like you're trying to hit the horn over and over and the bitch wouldn't come and you're just like, bitch. You're like generally mad.
Well, that or you're like, you're trying to get closer and beep, and it's like she runs off. And it just runs off because you think you're running you over or some shit.
Whoa!
Yeah, exactly. They just get out, just clap everybody up. Just like,
What's wrong with you?
this is why I don't love the world. Just clap everybody
You
up.
think
whatever
that
fucking-
prostitution should be legal everywhere?
See, it's tough because it's just I think of all the things that could arise from it.
Like what?
But because I think then like
Low
I
dive
think you would still have pimps just doing it legally behind the scenes. You know, I mean, like
for low,
not even for the low, they would just take a percentage of their funds. You know, just
$10.
like, straight up. It's like I'm just imagining like you'd have some paycheck fraud, some accounting fraud. Where you're just
But like if you had a place that you could go to, a job you could apply for, you went there, you got benefits, you got checked, you got paid. Why would you need a pimp for?
I don't imagine it's like I don't know, man.
I
Like,
bet you like that'd just be money ranches everywhere.
I mean, pimps also get their things from like being like abusive and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Why
like,
do you bring up pimps though? Like, why do people gotta be with pimps anymore?
Because
Like, it
it-
probably would still be a
well, 'cause
thing.
people would be because
but
like
not that
just like how it
much.
happens today, like people would traffic people into that industry, and force them in that industry. You know, like that's wouldn't stop that.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
That's
wouldn't
still
stop
what
that. So that's what I'm saying.
So-
Like I'm not gonna use pimps in like the traditional sense. I mean, the people these
You
dudes
mean
that
traffickers?
traffic people.
Yeah, I
You know,
got
they,
you.
They typically would be pimps, your handler, whatever you want to call it. You know, there's someone that's overseeing you and taking money from
You
you.
imagine there's spots you can go to get guys, like legally. There's legal prostitution. That's a weird thing. So in Las Vegas, is there guys who prostitute?
Oh, I'm sure, bro. Yeah. No,
And they
sports-
just legally. It's why do I feel like it should be illegal for them for some like for some reason I'm just like that don't sound right. This bitch like old men fucking
mean,
like
like,
young
I
ass
think-
15-year-olds.
Like this is what I imagine. It's like you're walking down like a red light district, and then you go by like in the Netherlands, you go by like all the women in the windows, and then you hit that one block that you should know, like you didn't realize you got to. It's just like there's dudes in the windows now with their dicks out. You're just like, oh. That's what I imagine. It's like there would be that. There would be that, bro. I imagine there would be some shit like that. Less of them, of course. But then again, I don't think you don't also want to build your shit on sexual tourism. You know, where people are like, we can go to America. The prostitution's legal there. You know, it's
Are you
like.
sure?
I mean, I don't think so, man. I think it's a good look. You know, sexual tourism. Don't know. I don't know, man. Do you want to have just like these like money brothels everywhere? You know what I'm saying? Because I imagine if you are banking on,
I
sexual
picture 'em like a
tourism, what you
hospital.
need-
You know, set up the patient rooms, getting checked every day.
You gotta patient first.
Yeah,
For the fast track.
clapping something.
The fast track shit.
50 bucks extra for a flash pass.
Like, it's like $20 for like head because it's fast. You get in, you get out. Like you literally like can
It's
you
not that dumb.
Oh my god! It's like what the fuck, man?
Listen, all I'm
Sex
saying
first,
is, I don't know if necessarily I'd be going to them, right? But if you could literally go there and get anything, like,
I just can't
yeah,
sleep it.
you might go there, like, might take my boy there on his 21st to get, like, triple head.
Yeah.
Triple head. If some shit like that was possible, I'm just saying it would sell.
You hook your boy up. Yeah, exactly. You know, it's like everyone has that. Every group has that friend lost the last.
girl
Take
really-
him there. So look,
A girl really can't get triple head from guys. It would be like kind of crowded.
It'd be like, yeah, no.
Hard to even like double head. You get double head, bottom and top.
Someone's probably getting a little ass. Someone's probably getting a little ass, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They'll get some ass up in there.
So I mean,
So I wonder if you lick ass and then you lick pussy, is it the same as like if you do ass to pussy?
I think you're good because like you're not inside where the like
Your mouth is
where
like
the
clean and
real
things.
bacteria is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think so. Plus, it's a matter of like going like inside with that bacteria as well from the ass, that fecal matter. You know what I'm saying? I think like if you're just like licking the little pussy from the little ass, you're good. You should be alright.
You think it should cost more for like same sex sex?
What do you mean? Like if
Like
you're,
should I? The thing is,
Yeah.
you would think
if you
that
have so like I would say like the way I would look at it, if this is what it is, if you have because you would have this a male brothel where they specialize in homosexual activities. Why would it cost more? You know what I'm saying?
well, I don't know. I was just picturing like if you're a woman, if you're a woman, right? And I say, and I'm a woman, and I say, I want to pay you to have sex with me. You're like, all right, you know what I mean? What we're gonna do? We're gonna eat a little pussy. It's like,
it's
hey,
different because I mean, like,
it should be low.
so like a lot of women talking to us like
But if you're a guy getting cracked by a guy,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. You have a specialization. For
that seems like it should be more than a girl getting ate up by a girl or eaten on a girl. I don't know why, but I just feel like it should be. There's no penetration.
Yeah, I see what you mean. But let's say like it's like I feel like you'd pay the girl the same to bring the strap out.
I'm about to say,
You know?
everybody's strap
Exactly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You pay the same, you know.
And she just got a huge ass strap on. She was like,
I feel like, but like I think there'd be a big distinction when it's like if there was a guy going to like one of those like domination houses where he wanted to get fucked by the girl with the strap, that might cost more. You know what I'm saying? That might cost more. Than
You're
just the
into
regular.
some shit, buddy.
Yeah, that's not what I'm doing. Let's put that on me, Ricky.
No, I'm just saying, whoever that is, like, whoever wants to go to a dominatrix spot to pay somebody, like,
fuck them with
hit
the
them with
strap on.
whips and stamp on their nuts,
I think that would cost more. I'm just saying.
should be on the watch list.
I feel like my liability insurance is way through the roof, so I'm charging you more. I pass it on to the consumer.
You think so? I
That's
think
just
I charge
logical.
way less.
For domination shit.
I
If
mean,
I
if
walk
I was
over
dominatrix, I'd be coming here, I'll stomp on your nuts a little
if I'm
bit.
physically whipping you, my liability insurance is through the roof.
I'm not
buddy.
taking it in the ass for $110 no more.
Yeah, but if you get injured, you're not gonna be able to sue me. My insurance is gonna be
I
ridiculous.
don't care about injury.
Ridiculous.
I make you sign a waiver that you can't sue.
Your insurance, because you're legal, you have to have insurance. Your insurance
But
with
you
this
could
type of thing, you would
No.
need that insurance. I'm just saying.
Just like that haunted house. You know that haunted house that everybody was talking about?
Yeah, but there's no
It's
physicality.
the same thing. Yes, there is.
What, in McKinney Manor?
Is that what it's called? The
Yeah,
one
that-
where you
that-
get 20 grand?
Yeah.
There's
that one-
physical.
But I would say that's
100%
like,
physical.
but like,
People
that's
have broken bones.
that's not the.
They cut hair
prostitution.
off.
It's not a sex industry, though. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
but I'm saying no
you
one
don't
can sue
have-
them. They've been injured.
Yeah, but
they
you
don't
don't.
get
But
sued.
you don't have 10,000 of those in the country. You have one. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have 10,000 brothels or 10,000 domination spots where it's like, okay, this is a legal thing. We're whipping you. We're fucking your ass. Your ass ruptures and you die. Well, I want to, be able to cover myself with insurance.
Bro, you should know in your experience that what's going to kill a man. All I'm saying is, if
Just
I'm just
saying.
going to shove something in your ass for $800, I'd much rather do that than take it in the ass for $300.
I'm saying, if I can sit here, if I can make the argument and sue you that, like, okay, yeah, I might say you can sue me, but what if I'm able to prove that there's neglect on your end and cause my ass to rupture? I think I would have a case.
I don't
And
think
in
so.
that point, you need liabilities insurance.
I don't think so.
Simple
I think
as
I would
that.
easily hire a lawyer that would sue you, and you're gonna pay for my lawyer fees because I'm just gonna straight up say that you got what you signed up for. I got you to sign this waiver. You understood the risk of
Imagine
it.
you're on the you're on
You
the, you're
can't
on the
ask to get
stand.
your testicles stomped on and not expect to bust one. It's on you. I seen a story that said that. What do you think about this?
Go to
Do you
court.
think this is just fool's title? I seen a story that said that a dude froze his sperm, got.
All right,
It doesn't even make
I'm a
sense.
little
As I'm
worried.
saying it, it doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, I was really get a little worried like where you're going with that one. There's so many different directions. with
Is
that
there
one.
any way that a man could carry a baby?
No.
There's no way.
No. Nope. We need eggs. Need
Is
fertile
there
eggs?
any way that a girl
You
can
don't have
become a
fertile
guy, get a dick, and produce sperm?
No.
Are you done surgery?
Well, in my medical expertise.
That's what you believe?
In which I've read.
Yeah, because you can't hook nothing up.
multiple-
You need nuts.
I read multiple voice articles.
How much to get both of those nuts up out of you?
I'm not selling my nuts.
There's
I like
no
my nuts.
price.
I like my nuts.
Come on, Steve.
Come on, bro. Like, you're trying to make me put a price on my nuts, bro.
Come on,
I
bro.
don't want to sell my nuts.
Come on, bro.
wanna
You
do-
can freeze some sperm before you do it.
I don't want a deflated nutsack, bro. I don't want to be all dick and no balls. I
There's-
want some balls, man.
Balls are more important to you than being a millionaire.
But it's not what it is. It's the fact that you're selling your balls to be a millionaire for $1 million. I'm assuming.
I think you had
So-
yourself a deal.
I want my balls, man. I like my balls. I don't know, man.
I'll
I
get
wanna
2
sell my balls.
artificials for you, dog.
I want to. It's not the same, bro.
You sure?
Not the same.
You
Yeah.
sure?
Yeah.
You still got dick.
No. But
Yeah,
I want
and
a
you're-
nice pair of balls.
I can give that to you. Through
You don't like your balls played with?
I love it.
Yes. You're gonna
But
sell
I
that
would-
feeling?
I'd
Yeah,
love to play with $1
keep-
million cash.
I would love to do that.
I freeze my sperm,
Keep my
and at this
balls.
point, I don't got to worry about somebody just taking my money through kids. And now, I'm free. I got $1 million. I got dick, and I'm serving it with no consequences.
Oh,
Can I still? If I can't
You're
produce,
ballless.
hold up. If I can't produce semen, then no. But I thought,
You can't with no balls, bro. I'm pretty sure, man. Pretty sure you can't bust some nuts without no balls.
okay, 1 ball for $1 million.
Yeah. So you can still bust.
Okay,
I
1 ball
I-
for 500 grand.
Yeah, I'll probably do one ball. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to get rid of both of them. That's simple as
Okay.
that.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I want to be able to come.
Yeah.
If I can't come, then
That's
no.
exactly, man. That's
All right, how
fine.
about no cum?
Buzz.
See, no cum. That's really gonna kill me.
That's what I'm saying,
You're
man.
absolutely right
I
about
want
no
to
cum.
bust
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah, you're absolutely right,
You
bro.
want to shoot, bro? Like,
it's almost like they could say 10 mil, right?
like nothing comes out.
And you're just
what?
like,
No, and, I'm looking at you like nothing comes out. You're just 10 mil though. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. I want to bust these nuts.
boom, boom.
Boom. But it's, come on, man.
Well, you heard Steve. Keep tuning in. It's been another crazy Friday cast. We really ran this one up late. 50th cast, baby.
Big 50.
50, 50, 50, 50.
Way more to come.
Many men.
Literally half. Y'all have a good night.
Keep tuning in, baby.